Cruz said, "Yeah, he didn't come here to dance. He came to swim. He came and swung for the. He was swinging for the fences, and he got the stoppage. That was a good."
Nice counter right hook by Cruz midway through the second. Oh, almost punched by.
Midway point of the penultimate round.
That was a great left hook by Roach. And it demonstrates,
The knees of Garcia with the right. Roach going in.
My career is never going to be based on one fighter. Never.
Right.
I got bigger and better things to do.
Yeah, most definitely.
B3 Pick CV, man, we back again. I'm just in the chat with it. What's happening, man? Another great day to give thanks. It's a road show. Y'all can see I'm already out moving around working, man. Punch the like button, follow the channel, help the channel grow, support B3. We working. Salute to the SCN, man. Shout out to the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. Hey, we about to grind, man. Another day. Hey, listen, let me run the video for the day, man. Listen, shout out to Lamont Roach, Pitbull Cruz. I'm looking forward to the fight. It's gonna be a great weekend, I believe, in the sport of boxing. But specifically, Bud Crawford. Shout out to WBC has stripped Bud Crawford of his 168-pound title. Unexpected, but they are positioning Hamza Shiraz to fight Christian and Billy. That's the fight they mandating for the title. So some funny stuff going on in the sport, but I think it's a good fight. So I want to know the people's thoughts on Hamza Shiraz versus Christian and Billy. Crawford getting stripped. Janibek, he tested positive and got pulled out of the fight with Erislandy Lara. And, me and Marky had a friendly 50 on that. So that gets waived, and I guess we'll figure something out in the future. But wow, Janibek, and they said it was melodonium. Is that how we pronouncing this? Somebody tried to call it a Saudi or UK type substance or drug. They tried to put it on the UK. They tried to put it on the United Kingdom, right? They tried to say, oh yeah, he probably got that from out there. Come on, man. Hold on, let me pull it up right now. Hey, listen, hold on real quick. Hold on real fast. All right, cool. I'm back. I'm back. All right, hold on. Let me see. Let me get this in order. Melodonium, right? I need help with this. Well, anyway, let me say this. Let me stay on task, right? And the scholars and everybody, that pull up, they'll let the people know what it is and what it ain't, right? But Janibek got pulled out of the fight. It was supposed to be a unification at 160. So it pretty much canceled the potential fight between Terrence Crawford and Janibek. What's going on? It's nasty, bro. It's not boxing. We're not in a good place right now. This is not great news today. We missing out on the Janibek Law unification. And they were building up Janibek versus Crawford at 160. So Crawford dropping the belt at 168, I'm sure that probably implies that either he's gonna be fighting Hamza in a unification in 2026, or he's gonna be going down to 160, which is I really don't see the fight for him at 160, man. Y'all gotta let me know. Now, with Janibek popping positive for the M drug and being pulled out of the matchup, Crawford, who do y'all want to see Crawford at 160 with? It's really, it's just unfortunate, man. This is not a great day for the 160, 168 division. Bud Crawford being stripped by the WBC. Now, a lot of people was really saying that Crawford, um, he should have paid that 300K, right? Oh, let me run Suleiman's video. Let me shout out to Suleiman. Let me run it for y'all.
He did not comply with the rules. Then he moves up to super middle and makes the fight of the century, beats Canelo, makes $50 million or around that. The WBC absolutely is not going to charge 3% of such an amount. We made a very clear 0.6%, which is $300,000, with $225,000 going to the Jose Sulaiman Boxers Fund, which is to help former fighters in need. And it is just regrettable. Not even a thank you or I'm sorry, taking a different route. No response. I wish him the best. But this is not. The WBC is huge, it's great, it's about greatness, and I'm relieved, to tell you the truth.
Ouch. He said he relieved. Shout out to AB pulling up, man. AB said after WBC. The WBC, man. So let me get this correct. I just want to make sure I'm aware and came out. They put it out there that Crawford didn't pay his 300,000. Did Canelo pay his 300,000? So, and if Canelo did pay his 300,000, all you telling us is you needed 600,000 to show up to the event. That's what's wrong with the sport. It's like Canelo made 150 million. Did you charge him 0.6% of that as well? You know what I'm saying? Or is it just Crawford? You know what I mean? So it's funny how the WBC, they always put out black people business. They don't mind putting that out. Shout out to the WBC, man. That's wild. Cloud AB said, is they gonna make Matias pay and why he not stripped? Well, they found a loophole to keep to keep the belt with Matias because they want to make the Pitbull Cruz versus Matias. That's what the people want. They want the Puerto Rico versus Mexico matchup. Look, AB said 300K for a belt is wild. You see what I'm saying? So y'all need it. I mean, I know y'all got a lot of expenditures as a company, but and you say that was 300K. That was just from Crawford, not Canelo, because to even fight for the title, you have to agree to pay sanctioning. So it's not just the champion; the challenger pays sanctioning as well. But so yeah, but my whole thing is this though. It's got to be respectfully. Crawford really pretty much decided to, go with Turkey belt, man, the undisputed. Um, he's with Turkey, man. And really what we knew about that event is they were saying that they didn't want uh the other four sanctioning body belts even on stage. Just the Turkey undisputed belt and the ring. So they want to disassociate themselves with WBC, WBA, IBF because they want to make a one belt and not have to pay sanctioning fees for all four entities to make an undisputed champion, right? So that's the goal. They want to get rid of the WBC and WBA and IBF and you can tell, man. Allegedly, unfortunately, all those things, I'm just telling you how it looks. It definitely looks funny. Now, Hamza Shiraz is right there, number one spot, right in position, prime position to be a champion. He gets to fight in Billy. Now, Lester Martinez is going to be made the mandatory. So, he was really supposed to get the rematch, but in Billy they moved away from it, and now in Billy gets Hamza Shiraz. Coach Eddie, salute. Good morning, good sir.
Hey, good morning, brother. I see you got it cracking today. It's a road show today?
It's a road show, man. We working. I needed you. I appreciate you pulling up.
For
Hey,
sure,
we
man.
gonna cook. Hey, listen, I know
Yeah,
you
we
got
gonna
a
cook.
lot. Listen, let's start like this, man. Crawford gets stripped at 168. What's your thoughts?
Man, the sanctioning body, WBC in particular, are consistent at being inconsistent. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna
Mm,
say it 3 times like Dr. Umar. Consistent at being inconsistent.
yeah.
Consistent at being inconsistent. The stuff that they did, man, it's like if it's a fighter that they rock with, they're gonna bend over backwards for you. Jamel Charlo, I'm gonna bring him up for instance. This brother had the belt for what 2.5 years without even defending it. Let him
Yeah.
hold on to the belt, held it hostage, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is gonna be a case of what aboutism or what about this guy? Same thing with Canelo, Lomachenko. They created belts for these guys, these franchise belts, to allow them to maneuver around the mandatories, and basically made them, the top players on the chessboard. They can move around how they wanted to. Did the same thing with Canelo Alvarez. Made him a franchise champion at one point in time, which allowed him to move around the chessboard how he wanted to. Franchise belt. Then they start making all these other belts. You know, uh, freaking Black Lives Matter belt, independent belt. Yeah, all these crazy belts. Juneteenth belt. I'm just making belt after belt after belt. Intern belt, PapaJohn.com belt, what all these crazy belts, man. And now for them to do this to Bud, it was all about the money. They wanted that purse. They see he made with 50 mil. They wanted that 0.6%, which was around about 300,000. They didn't get the money, so they took it. They stripped him. You know what I'm saying? They said, "Nah, you're not of Latino descent, so we ain't gonna work with you. We don't want you to represent our organization," because they could have easily waived that fee because they had a marquee name that was holding their belt, that was representing, them as a sanctioning body. They didn't want that. They wanted the money. And shout out to Bud,
They
for
sure did.
not
Yeah.
paying those fees, man. I mean, I understand, these sanctioning bodies, it's a business at the end of the day. They want their money, man. But at the same time, some things could be waived. You know what I mean? These sanctioning bodies been business for what 40, 50 years, a very, very long time, man. I don't know the exact number, but I just think if it was another person that they really wanted to hold the belt and represent their company or their brand, they would have allowed Bud to keep those belts. Like I said, Charlo had them belts for 2.5 years, didn't even defend them once. They allowed him to hold on to them. So they're consistent at being inconsistent, man. It's nasty work, but like I said, I know Bud, he probably wasn't really tripping about it, because you got to look at it from his standpoint. Okay, I'm not gonna campaign at 168, so why am I gonna shell out $300,000? Even though I am a multi-millionaire, that's still a lot of money for something that I'm not even gonna be using. So you can't fault the man for not paying the sanctioning fee. You see what I'm saying? So I think it was more like to be honest, I think it was more of a mutual type thing. As though they know Bud is not gonna campaign at
But let me
68.
let me say this. How my audio coming through, Coach?
Oh, it's coming through good, man.
All right, salute to everybody in the building, man. Y'all tap the like button. Y'all, we moving around. Well, what's up with Turkey, man? I thought Turkey could have fit the bill, man. ESPN and Top Rank fit the bill for Devin Haney when he was undisputed. Why didn't Turkey come in and pay the bill with Crawford?
Well, you know, I don't know. That's a great question. It's not like he doesn't have it, and it could be a case of maybe he felt like, and I'm just I have no evidence of this, but maybe he felt like, man, I gave you 50 million, you pay your own sanctioning fee. You know, it could just be a principle type thing. I don't know. But you got to remember, Turkey Al-Sheikh, he's not really interested in the sanctioning bodies. Remember, he wouldn't even allow my man Canelo Alvarez to even bring the belt up. Remember, he made him put it back because they were trying to,
Yeah,
have their own belt. So
he
I don't
promoted
think
his
Turkey
own belt.
Al-Sheikh,
Yeah,
yeah, Turkey Al-Sheikh, he don't give a crap about no WBC belt. That's why he didn't pay for it. You know what I mean? That's like, Bud, you want the belt, you pay for it yourself. But like I said, I think Bud is not he has no intentions on campaigning at 168. So why would I just throw money in the trash can when I have no intentions of even being at that weight class anyway? It's a waste. I'm already the champ.
yeah.
I'm not going to stay here. You can have your belt, and I'll keep my $300,000. That makes sense to me. That's a smart
No,
move. You know what I mean?
I agree, Coach. And salute to the family. Mike Rim pulling up. What's good, Mike Rim? Salute.
Now
Now
this
and now the fight on the back screen, Coach. I want to ask you about real quick. That's really the one that I think they setting up. Hamza Shiraz versus Billy. Talk about Hamza Shiraz versus Billy, and then talk
Ooh,
about
man,
Hamza Shiraz versus Crawford.
that's a good fight. Like I said, Crawford had the 168, and I've been consistent with saying this. The 168 was a one-off. You know what I mean? Bud liked the matchup. It was kind of like what Roy did when he went up and fought Ruiz. It was a one-off. Had no intentions on staying up there. Bud had no intention on staying at 168. That's why he relinquished those belts. If he wanted to, he would have relinquished. Now here's the caveat, and I could be. I'm gonna throw this out there. Maybe Bud may challenge again if he don't get. Did he get stripped of the WBA also? Because I heard he didn't pay the WBC or the WBA. That's what I heard. So the WBA could be next to strip Bud, possibly. Just throwing that out
It's
there.
it's it's, it's possible he may be moving off from 168, but we'll see. What's good,
Yeah,
Don?
so
Just
that's
salute.
what. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Bud don't have no intention on staying at 168. So I think the fight between Hamza Shiraz and Mbili, man, that's a great fight, man. Great, that's an intriguing matchup. You got a tall, rangy guy who prefers to box on the outside. Got a little bit of power. Can crack some. Then you got the quintessential pressure fighter, relentless guy who's gonna be in your chest all night long. Gonna let those hands go. Hungry guy. So man, to me, this fight has all the makings of a fight of the year type of candidate. You know what I mean? This fight is going to test. I think it's going to test Hamza Shiraz's mettle because I've seen him struggle with Carlos Adames, this type of style right here. This is the type of style that always give boxers trouble. Guys prefer to fight on the outside. Pressure, I mean, really, really good pressure fighters who are relentless in their approach will give a boxer problem throughout history. Joe Frazier, Ali, Carlos Adames versus Shiraz. Now he has to fight a bigger version, a stronger version of Carlos Adames, and I'm gonna say a more relentless version also, because this guy's like a friggin' buzzsaw, man, and he don't stop punching. So I'm gonna edge Billy in this fight, but I'm gonna leave a window there if Shiraz is able to land a significant shot on Mbili and get him hurt, because Mbili does not have the best defense. So I want to say that also. So Shiraz can hit him with a good shot, maybe something similar to what he landed on Edgar Berlanga. He can stop Mbili. But I think it's pretty much a close to
And
a
Billy a
55,
dog,
40.
Coach.
That's what I'm saying. To me, it's a 50-50 fight. It depends on if he's able to, take that shot from Shiraz. If Shiraz can hit him with something, and now he really should be more acclimated to the weight. This is the second fight at 168, so he should be a little stronger, a little sharper, a little more custom. So this is interesting.
No, I'm definitely with you on that, Coach.
Interesting fight. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, one
I
thousand
guess I don't
percent.
want these. You know what? But I'm telling you what I do like. I'm not gonna call these guys email champions because they're making them fight for it. You know, they didn't elevate. In other words, a lot of these guys, and that's another thing that WBC does. Sometimes they'll elevate a guy, and then sometimes they'll make them fight for it. So that's what I'm saying. The inconsistency. They could have easily elevated somebody to that position. You know, you see what I'm saying?
I'm with you. What's your thoughts on Janibek Law falling out? It's unfortunate, but we lose it. We're gonna miss out on Law. Excuse me, we're gonna miss out on Janibek versus Crawford.
Well, that provided Janibek was beat Laura. You know, I think that was the consensus that most people was probably favoring Janibek. But yeah, that definitely threw a damper on that. Now, did they find a Laura a replacement?
Johan Gonzalez.
Hey, that's a hard fight, bro. You talking about Diablo? That's
Yep.
who you talking about? Yo. Oh yeah. Laura, he's cooked, man. He's cooked, dog. He's cooked. They got him. That's cute. That's a Cuban guy. You got a younger Cuban versus he's cooked. Laura's cooked, man.
I think Johan is. I think he's Venezuelan. Let me check.
Yeah, I thought he was a Cuban kid, man. I could be wrong, but yeah, Laura, he's cooked, man. That's a harder fight. you know what I'm saying?
Not for Laura though. I don't think.
Laura's 42, bro. It's over with, man.
Let's see, Laura. Come on, coach. You always say that about it.
Man, come
Salute
on,
to the
that man
family, Dante
42
Boxing
years
Talk.
old, man. That dude in trouble, bro. I'm telling you, man. That Diablo, that's a big guy, man. Big rangy guy, man. Throw a lot of punches, power puncher, man. And
Man,
Laura, I
let
mean,
me drop the link, coach, because you talking crazy right now. I gotta drop
no, I'm
somebody.
telling you, man. Okay, you heard it here first. Now, I've been
You
wrong
got
before.
Johan. You got Johan with the upset.
They won't be upset to me,
Wow. 1 week notice.
bro. I don't think he would have took the fight if he wasn't in shape. This guy's undefeated, man.
Well, he about to
You
fight
know,
for the belt. He just beat Jared Hurd.
that's what I'm saying. This guy's an undefeated guy, so I don't see him taking this fight if he wasn't ready for it. Because you don't want to throw your guy in there,
My bad if
and
I said
lose.
he was undefeated. If I misspoke, if I just said that he not undefeated. Johan Gonzalez. Let me just break him down real quick. I seen
Oh,
him
he
before. He's a
lost.
tough fighter,
I
but he
thought
did to be hit.
he was undefeated.
He You might be thinking of somebody else. Oh, you thinking about Yoenli Hernandez? No,
Yeah,
no,
I
it's
think
not
yeah,
Yo-Yo. My
Diablo.
bad. My bad.
Oh,
Nah,
okay,
it's not
yeah.
Yo-Yo.
That's why I said he was cooked, man. I said if he fight
Oh, okay.
Diablo, he's cooked, man.
Oh, okay. You right. My bad. Nah, it's not Yo-Yo. Salute to Dante.
Okay, cool.
Salute to the family. Big Dre listening. What's good, Big Dre? Yeah, he's fighting Johan Gonzalez. So Johan Gonzalez, he got stopped by Yoenis Telez.
Oh yeah, he good. He good then.
Yeah. Then he also got stopped by Jesus Ramos.
Yeah, he good. My bad. I should have known, but I was thinking about Hernandez. You didn't say her. You said Gonzalez. I was thinking Hernandez. That's why I was like Diablo. I said, oh, he's fighting Diablo. He's cooked, man. I said they're really trying to get that belt up off of Laura. If they put him in with him, that's another guy, another player at 160 who's going to be a force to be reckoned with when he gets his opportunity. So he's up there. But yeah,
Let me bring in Dondrick real quick, coach.
Yeah, go ahead,
Dondrick, salute. How you feeling, bro?
I'm good. How you feeling, Brody?
Doing good. Moving around, working. Got coach in the building. Hey, let me ask you this, Don. Let me bring you in like this, bro. What's your take on everything that happened with Crawford?
I mean, Terrence is first of all, he was on Twitter going crazy, going wild, and I'm like, oh, he on one. He it's him coming out his shell because some of the stuff he said is Hey, that's how you feel, and I ain't mad at it. And paying us, if you're not gonna go back to the weight class, does it really matter if you pay those sanctioning fees? Because you know the WBO gonna back them, so it
This is
doesn't
what this
matter.
is what this is what the argument is, Dondre. This is what the people are saying.
Yeah.
They saying that because he signed up for it as a man, he's supposed to take the responsibility. But my whole thing is that he's in business with Turkey, and then why didn't they cover it? Maybe they trying to send a message to these sanctioning bodies that Crawford is not gonna fight for their belts. I don't. Everybody's kind of blaming Crawford, but I'm like,
I mean,
maybe Crawford, maybe they didn't cut the check for the WBC.
if you hey, that might be part of it too, because they still getting TKO started, so
Right,
that could be the background play that no one's. I'm glad you brought it up because I don't think a lot of people are seeing it that way. You know what I'm saying?
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's some good observation right there, because I didn't even think about it like that until now. And I think that really could be possible because Tony's like, hey, you don't got to pay them. You already won. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
You got my undisputed belt, so it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And you got the ring belt. So
Yeah, you rocking with me pretty much.
you feel me? So it's like it
My
don't
champ, you know
matter.
what I'm saying? I'm paying you, you know what I'm saying? The sanction it ain't paying.
Yeah. And like I was telling people, Bud not gonna fight nobody like really else at 68 because Bud is not he won't be optimized at 68 because them dudes are really big guys. Some of them dudes rehydrate to 200 pounds for real. Canelo was the smallest one, and he was cherry picking the people he was fighting. So I'm not real 168 pounders. So I'm glad, but if Bud drop all the belts, guess what? That makes the division more popping because now we can get more fights. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at it because if he gets stripped of one belt, they fighting for that belt. Then if they get that WBA, guess what? My guy Jamal Charlo. He's one of the top guys in the WBA. You think I don't want him to go fight for that belt? Like, it's gonna open up the division and make it. It's kind of helping out because now the belts get spread out. Then we get to see more fighters, newer fighters, and and the rebuild can start. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense. I ain't mad at the move. I ain't paying no. If I'm not gonna be there, I'm not paying for it.
And see, and that's the situation. It's a little feedback. But let me say this real quick. Let me say this real quick. Uh, that's the thing. They don't know exactly what Crawford even got paid. In the video I'll play it again in a second. Mauricio was saying, 50 million or around that. You don't know because Crawford said he got 10 million. So they don't truly know what's going on. Um, they're just speculating. So hold on, y'all. Hold on real quick. Let me run this video real fast. Let me see.
He did not comply with the rules. Then he moves up to super middle and makes the fight of the century, beats Canelo, makes $50 million or around that. The WBC absolutely is not going to charge 3% of such an amount. We made a very clear 0.6%, which is $300,000, with $225,000 going to the Jose Sulaiman Boxers Fund, which is to help former fighters in need. And it is just regrettable. Not even a thank you or I'm sorry, taking a different route. No response. I wish him the best. But this is not. The WBC is huge, it's great, it's about greatness, and I'm relieved, to tell you the truth.
Well, yeah, I'm up here, Little Caesars right now. Now, this lady that work up here, she pretty cool. She kind of tough, but uh, we in the thick of it out here. We ain't ready with it, but
Yeah, I just got back from Instacart, so I understand. God damn, who calling me on my other phone?
yeah. But cook on that real quick, Dondrick. What's your thoughts, man? I mean, they always kind of feel like it's okay to put black people business out there.
Yeah,
What's your take?
But man, it's like Mauricio, he don't keep the same energy. Like he let Canelo get away with bullshit for forever, not calling his mandatories and all types of stuff like that. But it's like he always does. It seems like they do that to black fighters because like I noticed that with every belt. Like except unless you're the money man, they being funny with you when you're black. But it's like when they're Spanish, WBO does it for Spanish fighters too, especially the Puerto Rican fighters. So it's like, yeah, it's always funny when it comes to us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but I understand. I ain't paying that belt if I ain't fighting. That ain't no reason for me to pay for it. For what? I ain't gonna fight that. Well, ain't no reason to. You know what I'm saying? Everybody there?
Hey, let me just say this. Salute to the family. BVO pull up. Hey, he got Cleveland. He repping Cleveland hard now. Shout out to BVO, man. That's what you're supposed to do.
He was repping Tio hard at one time too.
Shout out to Cleveland, man.
I ain't gonna never let that down. Nah, but nah, I think it was the right decision if he's not going back to that weight class. For what? I'm not paying nothing. I ain't got to pay. Forget that. Everybody knew he was going to try to go to 60. It was a foregone conclusion. So I don't see what the big deal is. If I ain't gonna be there, what you mad about? Free up the belts. We said we want to see more fighters anyway. Like I don't get the problem. Bud did it last time. Or he did it at 47 too. He's like, I'm not gonna be paying these fees if I'm not gonna be here. He shouldn't have to.
Hey, salute to the family. TD pulling up. What's good, TD? Hey, you already know we working. Um, what a day, man. What a day in the sport. I'm gonna cook on this. I'm about to move around. 9-3. Salute. What's good? Hey, you already know we working. Shout out to the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. Oh, okay. You want Tio? Oh yeah, Tio Fimo is fighting, man. Shout out to Tio, man. Tio stepped up, man. He finally gonna fight a young black guy. Salute to him, man. That's what we needed.
Yeah, Tio don't fight no black fighters. So I was surprised when he called us. Sure.
Yeah, man. That's real good to see.
I'm ready for that fight. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's gonna be a good boxing match. Ain't gonna be the most exciting. Well, somebody gonna have to come forward in that fight, and I want to see who it's gonna be.
Man, this piece is smelling good right now. I ain't gonna hold you. Salute to the family. Free pulling up. Yeah, Janibek did mess up the plans 9-3. I mean, I'm in
Yeah,
agreement.
yeah, he did it. Man, people keep saying he was gonna win that fight. I don't believe it. I think Lara was gonna put him down, but he doesn't have good feet. He's slow. Nah, I think Lara was gonna stop him. That's just my opinion. I just think
I
Lara was a
thought the
better
same
fighter.
thing. I thought the same thing. Laura been in with better competition. Laura ring IQ is better. His boxing ability is better. His defense is better. All I saw Laura had to worry about was the power from Janibek.
That's it.
So I thought Laura was going to end up stopping him herself.
Yeah. Everybody's like, oh, Janibek knocked out Tips. Who did no, that was I'm tripping. That's not Janibek. That's what's that? But they similar fight. He's similar to Montez Aliyev. I don't think those guys are that great. And they all be cheating. If you over the Eastern Europeans are always cheating. If y'all ain't noticed that, they always cheat. And somebody else popped on that card too. Whoever Elijah Garcia was fighting, somebody else popped on that card. So
Did the White Wolf, did Loma pop?
So
I don't think so.
Now
You
Loma
said
don't
who?
pop.
Did who pop?
Lomachenko.
I about to say yeah, Loma. No, Loma never popped dirty. Loma never popped. Not that I know of.
Right.
I don't recall. I don't. I'm almost certain people would have made a big
Oh yeah.
spill about that. I Loma popped dirty.
Oh yeah. We would
They
know
would have made
that.
a big. Yeah, they would have made a big spill about that. They was talking. I mean, they compared Loma to Ali and better than Floyd and all that. If he would have popped dirty, people would have jumped on that.
Yeah, it would have been
Hey,
over
free.
for.
Hey, let me just say this. We gotta since we all moving around, we gotta mute up when each other talking, right? I gotta have free cook on this free.
Yeah.
So essentially, I'm looking at it like essentially Turkey is putting Hamza in position to win his first championship. What's your thoughts on them mandating Hamza to fight and Billy, and who you got winning that matchup?
Well, we thought that was the play if Canelo would have got past Bud Crawford. We thought that that was the next move for Saraz was going to be fighting Canelo. So um, I'm not surprised by that move. Um, but it's hard to say who I believe in when I'm a favor in Billy, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you go back and you look at the Carlos Adonis fight, that was a fight that Saraz had a lot of problems in, and a lot of people believe he lost that fight. They was gifted a draw. So Mabili fights similar to Carlos Adonis. He's just a little more explosive than Carlos Adonis. So I would favor Mbili to win that fight. I know people say Saraz's hand was injured in that fight or whatever. But it started from the very beginning. He couldn't stop Carlos Adonis from getting on the inside from the very beginning. So I don't know how much that hand injury played effect of to him having to try to keep Carlos Adonis off of him. But I'm a favorite in Bealey, and I'm gonna need Saras to prove me wrong.
Yeah, I'm with that free, and even with you saying that, Coach Eddie said the same thing earlier. He's leaning in Billy, and listen, how we rocking right now. This is great for the playback. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all tap the like button, follow the channel. We definitely working. Now, I gotta say this right. Bud is gonna get the blame, in my opinion. Turkey should have fitted the bill that for his champion to have the belts. If similar to how ESPN and Top Rank worked in conjunction to make sure Devin Haney could be undisputed and covered his sanctioning fees when he was at 135. So Turkey, Riaz, Salah, whoever needed to ensure that the champion uh, maintain his undisputed status with the sanctioning, I believe they should have fitted the bill or worked in conjunction with Crawford to make sure he could have remained champion. I don't believe that they that's their route that they want to take. I feel like that they want to build up TKO boxing. They want to have one belt, one sanctioning, so they can have an undisputed champion in every division, similar to how UFC model, where they could have an undisputed champion in the division, one champion in the division. So that's the route. Now Crawford, he's going to get kind of blasted because how people are trying to frame it is Crawford's not paying his bills. Crawford shafted the WBC, so that's how they're trying to frame. They're trying to scapegoat Crawford, right? When in actuality, um, Crawford is really just one man. He's like a hitman for hire. He came in, he did the job against Canelo, and you know who's next. So you don't have I can't fight Hamza. You don't want me to stop Hamza. Okay, well, what is Canelo gonna rematch me? Like Crawford is put in a bad position to where I mean, really, these are Canelo's belts. Canelo. So I know it's the business of boxing. Is how it works. If you're gonna fight for the belt, you have to pay a sanctioning. That's regulation. Um, but I feel like Turkey and them should have made sure that they had that covered for Crawford in the sense that if they wanted him to defend the undisputed. So now I'm hearing people say, "Oh well, when your career, when Crawford's career is over, they're gonna hold it against him that he didn't defend the belts. He did, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna bring up that he didn't defend after he beat Madrimal. He didn't defend after he beat Canelo. That's
I
what I'm
mean,
hearing.
that's usually what Bud Crawford does. He has never defended undisputed. So I wouldn't say it's anything different than what I've been seeing from Crawford. I mean, you tell me one time that Crawford defended undisputed, I'll tell you that you're a lie because he didn't do it at 140 and he didn't do it at 147.
Exactly, exactly, because that's a lot of sanctioning. Um, and so I'm in the understanding. So if for the fight, if Canelo, that's what I'm saying. And if y'all heard the clip, I can run it back. Let me run it back for everybody that's in here. At least a portion of it, because I'm gonna show y'all where he really don't even know the exact amount that Crawford got for the fight.
He did not
Well, received for the fight.
he did not comply with the rules. Then he moves up to super middle and makes the fight of the century, beats Canelo, makes $50 million or around that. The WC absolutely.
So he's assuming based on reports of what we've heard, and obviously it's hearsay from what he's heard because he don't know what's real and what's not, that Crawford had made 50 million or in and around 50 million. Okay. So if both guys had to pay sanctioning, and did Canelo pay his? 'Cause from what we heard, Canelo made in or around 150 million. Did you get your 0.6% of Canelo's 150 million? You see what I'm saying? Or did Canelo just give you 300,000? Or did Canelo pay you at all? Because he's not the champion anymore. So
Well,
it's
I mean, Canelo would have had to pay for. I mean, both of them would have had to pay for all four belts. They would have had to pay sanctioning fee for all four.
right.
So that's more like 12%. So that's 24% off that fight that the sanctioning bodies were getting, and divided it between four. So pretty much they was getting somewhere around 8% for each sanctioning body was getting 8% for the belt.
And see, and that's why they usually, typically, and that's what Mauricio said in the video. I'm gonna run the whole video for the people so they don't feel like I shorted it. But Mauricio said in the video that they typically, for that sum of money, they're not gonna take 3%. So they said, so he said because he was saying that they would have worked out an agreement, which it was supposed to be 300,000, and Bud didn't pay it. Let me run the video again. Shout out to Boxing Scene.
He did not comply with the rules. Then he moves up to super middle and makes the fight of the century, beats Canelo, makes $50 million or around that. The WC absolutely is not going to charge 3% of such an amount. We made a very clear 0.6%, which is $300,000, with $225,000 going to the Jose Sulaiman Boxers Fund, which is to help former fighters in need. And it is just regrettable. Not even a thank you or I'm sorry, taking a different route. No response. I wish him the best. But this is not. The WBC is huge, it's great, it's about greatness, and I'm relieved, to tell you the truth.
He said he relieved, to tell you the truth. Tell us how you really feel, Mauricio. Tell us how you really
No,
feel. Maybe that's got a reason as to why he didn't get that money as well.
but see that the thing is with the sanctioning body, just like it is with the managers and the trainers and things like that, they don't get money from the back end money. They get from the guaranteed purse. So, according to what Crawford said and according to what the reports was, Crawford guaranteed purse was only 10 million.
Yeah.
Canelo's guaranteed purse was 150, according to the reports. So that was a total of $160 million. So they can't go by the 50 million that Bud Crawford would have got on the back end from the live gate or whatever have you. They can only go by what his guaranteed purse is.
1000% free. And yeah, TD, you did call it. I remember you was on it, TD. TD was saying that the WBC was the biggest winners because of all the sanctioning they was going to get from this matchup. So I peeped that. Yeah, I definitely peeped that. Now, uh, it's fun. Shut up. Oh, let me drop this food. Oh, hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right, cool. Yeah, I was dropping off to this nice young lady. She was cool. Um, yeah, man. Everybody has to pay sanctioning fees. I think that's standard. I don't think. I mean, we all know this. So a lot of people are feeling like they buzz shafted the WBC. As a as a businessman, you supposed to honor your obligations, right? So everybody has a difference of opinion on this, man. Some people feeling like that. Okay, if Canelo paid you 300,000 or 500,000, Bud got to come back around and pay 300,000 or 500,000. So now what you getting? How much? I mean, how much are you getting paid for this fight? You know what I'm saying? 1 point something. Two. What are you getting? Like, you
Yeah,
know
we
what I
got. I
mean?
mean, because they're gonna make him pay the money he was supposed to pay, and then the money he gotta pay for this fight. So yeah, they're gonna tax him. They're going to tax him.
Yeah. Salute to the family, Curtis. Man, what's good, Curtis Robinson? Salute. Hey, we working on it. And Billy want that belt. Um. Hey, so like, I gotta run this. So okay, so we got Dondrick. Who you picking between and Billy and Hamza Shiraz, Dondrick? And salute to that. Is Dondrick still on mute? I don't know if my
Hold
audio. Hopefully,
on. I didn't even know I was
okay.
on mute still.
Let me just say this real quick, Dondrick. Salute to the beautiful Illis. Appreciate you pulling up, Queen. Showing love. Appreciate you. Go ahead, cook, Dondrick.
Uh, I got you know what I want to lean towards him, Billy, but Ham Shiraz he has the length to keep. He's supposed to have the length to keep him off of him, and maybe him being at the weight class, one more fight will fit better, and maybe he was a little drained at 60, so maybe 68 would be better. But I'm a lean towards him, Billy, because he's been there longer. I've seen him in more wars, and I trust him a little bit more. And I think this was all Turkey's plan from the get go to get Ham Shiraz a championship. That's why I think Bud really wasn't gonna pay because I think they wanted. They always seem like they're trying to boost up Hamza Shiraz. So it's like, and why is he number one up there now? He only person he fought was Berlanga. Like, so I don't get it, but I got him Billy.
Everybody around with him, Billy. It seemed like okay.
Yep.
I ain't mad at y'all. I ain't mad at y'all at all. Now, what's next for Crawford, man? What do you want to see next for Crawford? That's what we got to talk about. And salute to the good brother Marky pulling up, cook with us. Um,
And
Go ahead, coach. Cook on this, coach, and now I'm gonna bring Marky in. What do you want to see next from Crawford now that he's dropped the belt at 168?
I think he should drop all the belts, man, and just run around collect as much money as he can, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody doing. Follow the wave, brother. You know what I'm saying? Get easy fights where you can make the most money in. You ain't got nothing else to prove. Now the thing about it, who's going to facilitate these fights? If he has a minimum right now, then he's going to have to fight people who may be deemed a threat and also the people that Turkey Al Sheik is going to facilitate. I don't see Bud signing with another promotional company for what? He's an independent contractor right now, and he's going out to the highest bidder. Now with him losing his belt, the WBC belt, that to me that kind of takes the Canelo Alvarez rematch out of play right now because it's not for undisputed anymore. There's really no reason to revisit that. So I don't know if some things fell through because my thing, if the rematch was in play, I couldn't see Bud not paying those fees and giving up the belts because he had a rematch, and the rematch could have been for undisputed with Canelo Alvarez. So I don't believe that we're going to get a Canelo Alvarez Terence Crawford rematch. I think that's off the table now.
Mm.
Could
Hey, I
be
mean, I'm
wrong.
with you. I'm with you on that, coach. Let me bring in Marky, man. Marky, salute, bro. How you feeling today, bro?
Salute to everybody in the building, man. I start the show off by saying,
You not
check
starting to
on.
show off, bro. We been here for an
I'm
hour.
talking about me.
You can, hey, look, you can start off answering the
All
questions,
right.
man. What you about to start off the show saying?
Now, I'm talking
I'm
some
just-
serious. I'm talking some serious shit, man.
I know you was about to say something. Go ahead, Bart. Go ahead, Mark. My bad. My bad. Go ahead.
Nah, man.
Do your
No,
thing.
never mind. Just going to Crawford. I hope to see this man just retire. Like, I don't really have no expectations of Crawford. I've never really wanted to see him fight none of them dudes at 168 or the guys at 160. Um, I mean, I always wanted to see that Boots fight at 54. So if he's gonna do something next, I mean, I wouldn't mind that. If we can't get the Virgil fight, cause Virgil is going after Bud Crawford's leftovers with Earl Spence. So yeah, I mean, Boots. That's if Crawford is gonna fight, that's who I'd like to see next.
Yeah, appreciate that, Mark. Yeah, and let me ask you this, man. It's unfortunate that Janibek fell out of the. I mean, they pretty much canceled the Laura fight. What's your take on Janibek? And I mean, it looked like he saved himself from an ass whipping, right?
I mean, I don't know what to make of that. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Now, I heard the stuff that he tested positive for was some type of heart medication.
What
This
exactly did he test positive for?
it's something start with it. I think it meant
Yeah,
meldonium or
Meldonium,
something.
Meldonium.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
they
they
usually
said it was it's like something. Go ahead, coach.
I'm gonna say yeah. Probably what you were gonna say the same thing. Is there's some type of heart medication that they use to like people that suffer from heart failure or have some heart issue. They use it to strengthen their heart. Get them better circulation and better performance with the
I
cardiovascular
mean,
system.
but if that were the case, that if he were taking that because he's having some type of issues with his heart or with his or his respiratory system, he would have to get a TUE like that. That's how that's always worked. There's plenty of
Yeah,
guys that have physical because I'm sure Virgil has to take medication for that Rabdu stuff. I'm sure he had to take a bunch of different antibiotics and steroids to get himself back up. So I don't know, that's still not an excuse because I mean we see that all the time where guys like what Connor Ben get caught with? He got caught with fertility medication. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Ain't really no excuse. Like I'm sure that's something you could have got from a doctor, but why are you taking fertility medication?
yeah.
So
With the
I
For
stuff
I, I
low
like
for
to
low
see
going on,
that if
testosterone.
I like to see that if it is the case he has some type of heart or respiratory issue, I got to see that paperwork, Coach Eddie.
Yeah, it's
no,
for low.
I'm
You
not
would
giving
take
I'm not
they
giving
take it
them
for low
excuses.
testosterone, coach.
Yeah,
But with that all they got to do is they need an exemption.
yeah. And the thing
If
about
they
it,
don't, if they don't get an exemption with VADA, but that's what I'm saying. That's why a lot of these guys don't like to do this testing. A lot of these promoters don't like to do it, is because VADA is There's no tolerance if it doesn't formulate in your body. There's no tolerance, so they're gonna flag you every time. So when you have this paperwork out there, a lot of these promoters, they could have still gone on with the fight, but they would use this as a reason to not go on with the fight. Um, we all heard that Janibek pops for something a long time ago and never got no paperwork on it. So now the paperwork is coming out.
Yeah, well, this thing that he is on the prohibited list because in athletes or people who don't have heart issues, it increases your performance. It enhances your cardiovascular system, which in turn, make you have better stamina. You can recover quicker. Same thing like we were saying yesterday, man. If these guys want to take something, the best thing a guy could possibly take right now is snack because you're not going to pop dirty. You're going to pass all your tests, and it's going to give you it's going to enhance your performance where you're going to perform better. And it's I'm not going to say it's approved because Avada they don't approve anything. They don't endorse any supplements. They don't do anything. Matter of fact, they tell you don't take anything. But right now, it seems like all the snack athletes, whether you're Man Rodriguez, Caleb Plant, the Andrade, the list goes on. Mikey Garcia, they never tested positive. So those are the supplements that I would be trying to take if I felt like I needed to take something.
You
Something
you
that
was
was
you was
not.
clear on that. I'm in agreement with you,
Yeah.
Coach. And I just want to say this real quick. Salute to the Queen Bella pulling up. What's good, Bella? Cooking. I'm moving around right now, driving. Let me pivot real quick, Coach. Um, I gotta ask y'all this right now. What do y'all like? It's like I feel like Janibek. Unfortunately, I think it looks like he's ruined kind of Crawford going to 160. That seemed like that was the plan, right? Now we see that Crawford is not going to 168. Marky kind of spoke on it. I want to hear from you, D. Free if you here, if you're in the building. Um, I mean, what's next from Bud? What do you want to see next from Bud now that he's, it's looking kind of. I don't know. It's kind of it's not looking like he got a big time opponent outside of Canelo rematch.
I'm right there with Marky. If you're not fighting Canelo and Janibek might end up being stripped and those belts are going to disperse, why not try to make the Boots fight if Virgil is not getting in the ring with Boots? I mean, you was the champion at 154. Um, Everybody want to see you fight Jerron Boots Ennis, whether it's for a belt or it's not for a belt. That I think that's probably a big fight. Probably the biggest fight outside of Canelo right now was probably Jerron Boots Ennis versus Bud Crawford. So I wouldn't be opposed to that. I would love to see that.
1000%. I'm with y'all. Salute to the family. Dank pulling up. I'm with y'all. I'm in full agreement. That Boots Crawford fight is the fight. That seemed like the fight to make. Y'all already know I was talking about that well before.
Yeah. They got to do it at 160 though, man. They can't. I don't think Crawford should have to drain himself down to 54. You tell Boots to come up if he wants to make the fight. Let's meet at 160 and do it there.
Oh
No, I, it
I'm
all
with the I'm
depends.
with the 160 move.
Yeah, because
It,
Boots don't have no belts.
if
He ain't got no belts
Crawford
at
had
54. You know what I'm saying?
no, I'm saying, but it depends on if Crawford has a problem making 154. I don't think Crawford will have a problem making 154. I don't think he have a problem. I mean,
I
Crawford seems
think
to be
Boots
a
would be
guy
better
that
at 160.
I mean he very well could be, but like I said, I don't know. I mean, Boots might say I go to 60 and fight Bud if that's where he want to do it at. So me personally, if I was in any one of these guys' camps, I would tell them to do what they feel they're more comfortable at. If Deron Business want to fight Bud, and he feels more comfortable at 54, and Bud's trying to bring him up to 60, he don't feel comfortable going there. I would say don't make the fight. If Bud wants to fight Jerron Business and he feels more comfortable at 60, but Jerron wants you come down to 54, then don't make the fight. I mean, I want these guys to fight at their best. I don't want it to be, oh, well, this guy he was drained, or this guy was blown up and he wasn't at his best. I want these guys to be at his best because this is a fight that everybody said will give Bud Crawford a challenge. Jerron Businis is the closest to his style of fighting. They fight very similar when Bud was a younger fighter. So I would want to see these guys at their very best. I don't want to see somebody being drained. I don't want to see nobody being blown up or anything like that. I want them at their very best. So there is no excuse. I don't want to hear no excuse at the end. If Bud goes out there and he beats Juwan Blue Sentence, I want it to be no excuse. If Juwan Blue Sentence beat Bud, I want it to be no excuse.
Yeah, it's looking like
My
to
bad,
me
free. I'm in full agreement. Go ahead,
retirement.
Coach. Quick one.
It's looking like to me retirement is on the horizon for Bud because he's old. He's on Twitter, going in. There's no big fights at 160. I mean, if he goes and fight at Alexander or Laura, I guess if you want to, call that the battle of the old men, cool. That's what it'll be, to be honest, man. No shade to Bud, but hey, you in boxing, you're a grandfather. 38 years old, your grandpa. And we already know Laura is probably 42 going on 50 because in Cubans, they be lying about their age. You don't tell them how old that dude is. So it'll be the battle of the grandpas, Laura versus Terrence Crawford. And then if you want to stay, you got to collect all those belts. Now, who are they going to award the WBC belt to once Janibek gets stripped? Are they going to elevate somebody, or are they going to make somebody fight for a vacant belt, or are they just going to throw it in the mix? Because the WBC has done that before. But I want to go back to the Crawford being stripped by WBC. Is it do you sign a contract with them saying that, hey, if you agree to pay these sanctioning fees if you become our champion? Is it something contractual? Is it something that the WBC can go after Terrence Crawford for in a court of law? I'm asking. I don't know. I'm just asking.
Nah, I think he's doing it because
I
they
don't
can't.
know. I don't think that. No, I don't think that it's a contract involved. It's part of being a champion. Once you become a champion, every time you defend that belt, you have to pay the sanction. So, once when you fight for that belt, you have to pay the sanction. So, if he's not the sanction, then they can take the belt from him because he's not paying for it. So it's part of fighting for that belt and fighting with that belt. But it's not a contract. No fighter signed a contract saying that that's the reason why they could take it. And you never see anybody get sued in a court of law by the sanctioning bodies.
I was
Yeah, I'm
just
with you on that.
curious about that.
Hey, listen. Hold on, let me
Off of it like that. My bad. Hopefully my audio coming through clear. Yeah, Crawford. I think Crawford. Hey, look at Remo. Shout out to the family, Remo. Click the link. Hold on. Juan pulled up. Juan Claudio. Dang, I had to ask Juan about something. I forgot. I might.
Oh
What we
shit!
talk
I
about
almost
yesterday on the
died.
show?
What happened?
What's good, family? Juan. I'm just talking,
We were
rambling.
talking about
Shout out.
we were talking about Theo yesterday on the show.
Yeah, that's
Theo and
right. Now I
Shakur.
remember. It was something funny, one. I'm gonna start you off. I don't want to start you off like that. You know you the family. But I was going and shout out to Remo. Remo, pull up. You already know, man. We cooking. Remo said, F them fees. Where's that money go? Right. It go to ensuring that they can keep living their lifestyle. They can keep their staff and keep moving freely. I mean, but Juan, I was gonna ask you, but let me
Yo,
start you off right, man. And appreciate you pulling up, man. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with Just Ask Juan. Crawford, man, he got stripped today from the WBC. Um,
Mm,
and it looks like they looking to line up Hamza versus and Billy. Who wins that
mm.
Hamza versus Billy?
That's tough. That's a tough fight. Um, I would have to. I would have to favor him Billy just because he's been at the weight a little longer or longer. Um, but I wouldn't sleep on Shiraz, taking a dub too. So, but I would lean more towards him Billy.
Hey, man, everybody got in Billy pretty much, man. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
Everybody leaning in Billy.
I would favor him Billy, but just off of the fact that he's been at the weight a little longer, he's nonstop, and I don't know how Shiraz handles that. Like to handle that, you got to kind of have a different type of heart, and Billy, that's all he does, come forward and throw a lot of punches. But that's on me.
I would have loved to see Billy versus David Benavidez. I would have loved that.
Yeah, I would have loved it too. But I think powers that be, or and certain situations, it just didn't happen.
Now let me
Yeah.
ask you this. And salute the Hun pulling up. Um, I can't read all that. I'm driving right now, but I
She's
appreciate.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that's right.
God bless you, and salute everybody in here showing love to the channel, helping the channel grow. I appreciate y'all. We definitely working. Now, Juan, let me ask you this, right?
Right, man.
Do you feel like Bud, as a businessman, he should have kind of ensured that Turkey, they, kind of covered the WBC, or do you feel like this might be a shot from Turkey, letting them know we're going TKO route? We want one belt, one undisputed champion. We don't want four sanctioning bodies. Do you feel like they're trying to send a message to Turkey? Send a message to the WBC and to the sanctioning.
Uh, I don't know to tell you the truth, because it's weird, bro. Because I don't know, like I feel like the WBC, if you're not like really defending it, but this is like most of all of the belts, organizations too. If you're not defending the certain belt, or you try not trying to put money in their pockets, they're gonna strip you. So it's either way. You know what I'm saying? They were gonna strip him. I was just wondering in a matter of time when it was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. I was just wondering when it was gonna happen. But it's just, this has been, throughout time. You know what I'm saying? The WBC does certain things. Same thing with the other organizations. Because you had Maul, or yeah, was it Maul? Yeah, it was Maul that held on to a belt fucking 2 years. And I don't know, when do you decide not to strip him? Like if that's the case, you should have been stripped certain fighters that have held this title for so long. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I wondered when they was gonna do it, but they came faster than sooner. But whatever case may be, you know what I'm saying? You just get it back, or the fuck case may be. You know what I'm saying? One of these dudes, after you drop all the belts, because you're gonna eventually drop all those belts too. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have one champion out of four that is gonna be one that's held up, and the other one is gonna be vacant, because he's gonna drop the rest of them. It's not like he's not gonna drop them unless he's planning on defending those titles, those three other titles against Canelo in the rematch, because that's gonna happen. But that's just it's up to the future.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Juan. Did you see what Mauricio said about everything?
Nah, I didn't see. No, I haven't been able. I've been like,
He did not comply with the rules. Then he moves up to super middle and makes the fight of the century, beats Canelo, makes $50 million or around that. The WBC absolutely is not going to charge 3% of such an amount. We made a very clear 0.6%, which is $300,000, with $225,000 going to the Jose Sulaiman Boxers Fund, which is to help former fighters in need. And it is just regrettable. Not even a thank you or I'm sorry. taking a different route. No response. I wish him the best. But this is not. The WBC is huge. It's great. It's about greatness, and I'm relieved, to tell you the truth.
So that's what he just said that yesterday. Because I know the conference was yesterday.
Yeah, he just said it. I got
This
my
dude's a
audio going out too. Salute BBO in the building too.
He a
Salute.
scumbag, bro.
Y'all
Yo,
could.
dude is. All right, PVO, do your thing, bro. I ain't got
Talking
nothing
about
to say.
Mauricio?
Yes, man. You a scumbag, bro. Come on, son. Come on,
Come
bro.
on,
You a
Hermano.
scum.
Don't say that, Hermano.
Nah, you a scumbag, bro. Because, all right, let's say this, right? You let you let Jamal held on to the belt for like 2 or something years. You know what I'm saying? You ain't making no interim. You ain't even making the regular. You ain't even making the super. You let him hold the belt for 2 years, right? But when it comes to every other fighter, or not even every other fighter, but just certain fighters, you know what I'm saying? You just let them hold on to certain belts. But then it comes to Crawford because he didn't want to pay the sanctioning fee. You strip him. How many times what do we really talk about here, bro? Come on now. Like, you're gonna sit
Gotta
here
get
and
paid,
defend.
Juan.
Man, I understand that, but again, the fight he hasn't even have a fight lined up. When you have a fight lined up, then yes, you hit him with a sanctioning fee. But I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying, he just out of his greed, he wants to put the money put him on a fight up for money. Again, this is the reason why, because he's having Sherrod and Billy fight for the belt, and then you have another fight lined up already against Lester Martinez, whoever comes out on top of that. So at the end of the day, this dude's money hungry, bro. This dude's been doing this for years. And his pops did too. So it's just like, at this point, I'm not gonna say nothing. It's cool. It's whatever. You know what I'm saying? You do you, B. But everybody know who the real champion at the weight class is. So it's just like, at this point, I can't say nothing.
Hey,
Yeah.
BVO, are you surprised? Do you feel like Turkey showing that he really couldn't afford to carry that weight? I mean, what's your thoughts? Should Turkey have stepped up and paid that bill?
Did you just say Turkey?
Yeah, Crawford,
Why
his
would
guy,
Turkey
right?
pay the bill? Why would Turkey pay the bill?
It's the
The
fighters that
promoter,
paying the
I
bill.
mean,
the
I
fighter
mean
pay
the
the bill. The
same reason
promoters
Top
don't pay
Rank
no bill.
played Devin Haney's bill.
No, the promoters don't pay those daggone bills. The promoter gonna say it's up to you. If you want to hold
Mm-hmm.
on to the belt, you hold on to the belt.
Mm-hmm.
I paid you. I paid you. That's your money that you got to pay for that belt. I don't have to pay for the belt. I'm not fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
You tell me what promoter pay for a fighter to hold on to a belt.
You going on and on, Peter.
Yeah,
he
the only
said,
time a promoter's gonna pay for a belt if it can benefit the promotion company. That's the only way they're gonna do it. If it doesn't benefit the promotion company, they're not gonna pay for it. That belt has no benefit to Turkey Al-Sheikh. So why would he don't even like the belt? So why would I pay for it? Bud, I gave you $50 million. You want it, you pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
If not, it
Now,
is what it is.
yeah, what the promotion company will do is pay for you to get in line for the belt, and they will pay for you to avoid certain fighters once you get the belt, but they ain't gonna pay for you to keep the belt.
Yeah, because I forgot I don't know how it works completely, but I think it's by each fight that they take either or their convenience fee, whatever the case may be, whatever fee you pay it by each fight. Last fight was because Canelo paid it. It wasn't because everybody else was like, oh, I'm gonna say here pay it. No, he paid it because he was the undisputed champion at the time.
Oh, you talk about Canelo. Canelo paid for the WBC sanctioning
Yeah,
fees, right?
yeah, he paid for all of those. He paid for
I
all
mean,
because he held all the belts.
I'm gonna put it like this. I can understand as a company. Yeah, is the WBC corrupt? Absolutely, 100%. Are they inconsistent? Yeah, they're consistent
It's
at being inconsistent. But what I'm
it's
gonna
not
say,
just
like,
it's not just all of them. It's not just them. It's all of them. All of them are like
yeah,
that. 'Cause
but at the same
look at what
time,
just happened a couple of days ago.
but you're also benefiting off of my belt. You're able to go down in the history book because of my belt. So I'm gonna feel some type of way, like, hey, you slighted me, bro. This is the cost of doing business. And now you using my belt to boost your profile. Where's my money at? You know what I'm saying? If you really want to keep it 100, you know what I'm saying? You use my stuff to boost your profile, to call yourself undisputed, in all them other different weight classes. You've been undisputed what 3 times? So WB, you paid your sanctioning fees all the other times. Now you get to the big one, your biggest payday. You don't want to pay me? Really? That's what we doing now? Okay, I got something for you.
Yeah, because this is the first time that Bud has not paid a sanction fee. Far as what we know, we've never heard that Bud never paid a sanction fee. And he's held all of the belts multiple times, and this is the first time that we ever heard that he has not paid a sanction fee. So I don't know.
But let me ask y'all a quick question. Do y'all feel comfortable calling the WBC corrupt? I mean, that's a very slippery slope. And people don't realize this. They suing YouTubers for stuff like that. I wouldn't say that the WBC is corrupt.
Allegedly,
I have no factual evidence. I would say that what they doing is business. What they doing is business. I mean, it's just that simple. You gotta pay me for
What I would say, I ain't gonna say corrupt, but what I will say is they don't hold true to their own rules.
Mm-hmm.
Their own rules that they put in line. They don't hold true to those. So you might say they're not corrupt. What I would say is they don't hold true to their own rules.
Yeah, I could agree with that, but I'm just saying I know B3 is just like me. You know, we got aspirations for more. We got to watch what we say when we say stuff like corrupt. That's kind of a broad brush to put against the WBC.
You can say the N word with impunity. Just don't say corrupt.
I don't even know why we even.
Hey, cut it out, coach.
I don't even know
I'm just
why.
keeping it 100, bro.
You're a fool, bro. You're a
You know,
fool.
but hey, that's facts though. But
I
allegedly,
mean,
we just
I'm gonna give
the
you
IBF,
some real stuff
outside
that
of the
happened.
IBF, I don't even know why we have a ranking system because most of the time they don't even go by the ranking system. Most of the time, outside of the IBF, the WBA, the WBC, and the WBO, most of the time they don't go by the ranking system. So I
like
Yeah,
don't
Manny
I don't
see
even
what they
Pacquiao.
understand why
did
we
was
even
they put
have one.
they had a facade of saying that they go by a ranking system, but they like promoters. If you think about it, they go by what's the biggest fight for the most money. And I'll give you an example of what Coach Eddie said to speak to what you said. I had a YouTube video that I did with my brother Scholar in because I said it's okay to disrespect blacks. YouTube put limited monetization on the video because of that. Because I said there's a blatant disregard for disrespect to black Americans. And they put so that's when it comes to that, it is how it is. But I'm just saying for us that want to do more, we got to be careful about what we say on YouTube because it can affect you long term. And we've seen it with Fanon. Terrence Crawford actually spent the money to prove a point. You watch your mouth. You watch your mouth. Or I'll sue you. And that's what happened. You know, we seen it with what's the guy? I can't remember the guy's name. Counterpunch Boxing said some stuff about Clarissa Shields. The brother had to come out with a legal statement to say he didn't mean what he said when he said she wasn't getting that amount of money she was getting. I'm just saying for those that want more, we got to be careful what we say. People are listening to what we say on these platforms.
Yeah,
I mean,
1000%. I'm in full agreement
I
with
don't
you.
know. I don't know, but I think, to be honest with you, I think that ranking system is only to promote the fighters that they're trying to push. It's this fighter fought this guy, he was ranked this, he was ranked that. I don't think the ranking system is for people to get shots at the belt. I think it's just to promote the fighter that they're trying to push. Because if
Nah,
they were truly going by the ranking system, we wouldn't have to worry about is this fight gonna get mandated or not. The fight will
facts,
automatically get mandated.
facts. Preach, brother. Cause I'm gonna tell you, just to piggyback off of that, there ain't no way in the world that Bud was supposed to jump the line and get a shot at all them belts. That was the business of boxing that did that. How in the heck you gonna jump over 2 weight classes and go straight to the front of the line and get all the shot at all the belts when you got guys who've been campaigning there for years? who been in that number
They did
one,
that
number two,
before,
number.
Coach.
I know. I'm just saying it ain't right though. I'm not just
You remember
with
Sugar Ray
Bud. I'm
Leonard
just
was out
saying.
the ring for like 2 years, 3 years, and he went right up against the champion, the marvelous one. Right
What I'm saying is,
out of being out the ring. Yeah, that's not a new acquaintance. It's not a new occasion. This happens all the time.
it's the business. It's the business of boxing. That's what I'm saying. In the business of boxing, boxing is it's a weird sport because it's like you be working so hard trying to get your shot, then you just get leapfrogged, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a cold game, brother. That's all I'm saying. It's a cold game.
It's the only game in town, though. That's the thing we got to remember. It's the only game in town. I mean, because I know you got some young fighters you working with. They would love to be WBC champion one day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying I know that from being around young fighters, because fighting is a tough business. It ain't like it is with football where there's an established road to money. Like I knew if I got to a certain spot, I could buy a house. And boxing, there is no goals or intermediate goals that let you know you can get there or get here, because you'd be so broke from borrowing and doing. By the time you get some money, you paying all your bills first. I had a boxer that I just sold a Freightliner Cascadia to. This brother, man, is out of Philadelphia, bought 2 Cascadias, man. He's about, I think I sold them to 185,000 each. These are sleeper semi trucks. This brother, man, when he got his check, he was able to pay that, and that was it. I said, "You gonna do anything else with your money, champ?" He's like, "No, I'm gonna go home and get ready for the next fight." That's just kind of how it goes in boxing. I mean, you live check to check.
That's right. It's a cold game, man. A lot of guys, they don't have no.
I ask you this though, Coach. The thing that people don't realize is that those belts really up your profile.
Yes, they do.
I mean, do we know who David Benavidez was until that big black Mexican put on the strap? No, not really. Some of us did. Did people really know Bud Crawford the way they knew him until he became undisputed until he became unified at 135? Not really. He was kind of unknown coming out to amateurs. He was actually lucky to get the top rank deal. So the whole thing, the belts don't matter. That's all poppycock. All Bud did is what a lot of grimy dudes do. He got to work and then he left. Then he ran. That's not how I do business. For me, I don't respect thieves. I don't respect that. You got some love.
I got hold on, wait a minute. Now you're going too far, brother. Because now you're gonna allegedly call Bud a thief, but you're gonna let the WBC off the hook. Are we doing that now, brother? Come on, man.
They gave him the belt. They gave him the belt and the status. What more can they do? He owes the money. I would take away him being undisputed for a third division. If that's the case.
Man, you gotta get that hate out your heart, brother.
Now, you know what?
You gotta pray about that or something, man.
You know what? You know what though? I'm not gonna disagree with you, BBO, because it's not. I'm not disagreeing with you, but they do certain moves, and especially him. He does certain moves and does certain things where you gotta kind of raise your eyebrows at it. You know it, I know it, Free know it, Coach Eddie knows it, everybody on this chat knows it. They do certain things where you raise your eyebrows on it. Where you be like, all right, bro, come on now, let's really be real now. But you're correct. You're correct with the whole thing about this does up your profile, because nobody knows certain fighters until they become champion or they, have a big push or something happens. You know what I'm saying? You're 100,000% correct. But you know what I'm saying? You do got to raise your eyebrows with certain moves and certain situations.
Let me say this, Juan. Let me get
thing,
in real quick. Let me just say salute to the family, Papa Lot pulling up. And listen, I'm not seeing all the comments. YouTube is doing some crazy work. Stream y'all, whoever. But appreciate and I got love for everybody that's pulling up, showing love. Let me bring Remo in. Remo, I don't know how long you was in the background, but salute, bro. And cook on this, man. What you had on this?
Yo, those is funny, yo. The last time he was undisputed, he didn't even get a chance to really
defend it.
to finish it. They started stripping him out of nowhere. He got a lot of disdain for this type of shit. If you don't stand for something, you'll never stand for anything. I don't know none of these boxes that they putting in place for their retirement funds and all of this shit. I don't want to. I want to see it. I want to see it. Show me the paperwork. The best way to avoid all of this people calling you crooks is what? Open up the books. They'll never do that. So you want me to pay sanctioning fees for my whole life for organization. I finally get to the top, and then you go get a retired Pacquiao, or you go get a Ryan Garcia that's never beat a top anybody. Let him get a chance to get the belt over and over again. It's
Thanks.
nonsense. They got to put some kind of order in this shit. You want me to pay the fee? You got to do right by these guys because you're taking money from them. And these guys, it ain't cheap to be a boxer. It ain't cheap to train them. It ain't cheap to travel. They get beat up. They get beat up. They get cut up. They got to go to the hospital. Y'all know them fees is crazy. If you could get in your car and drive yourself to the urgent care, you're going to do that before getting in the ambulance because you know what the fee for the ambulance is. They ain't talking about none of that. They get in the ring, and as soon as you win, you don't even get a chance to promote yourself with your own merch. They put this stupid ass WBC T-shirt on your chest. He putting the hat on your head. You're sweaty. You got dreads. They don't care. They want they stuff visual only. I'm an undisputed champion. Why I gotta put on your T-shirt? Absolutely not. I'm the champion. I'm gonna put my own merch on so somebody on TV can buy my stuff. I'm not gonna wear WBC merch. I'm a belt holder, not a billboard for that sanctioned body only. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at what he's doing. I'm not mad at all.
And it's not, and I'm not mad, but the situation is this, right? You let Maul hold on to a belt for like 2 years. You didn't make an interim. You didn't make a super. You didn't even make a secondary belt to it. You let him hold the belt for 2 years. The dude was out of the ring for 2 years, and then you pull this Crawford. Not once,
Yeah.
but twice.
Then the franchise belt. Don't forget about the French fries belt. That's the duck belt. Allow you to just duck
This
people,
is the
man.
only thing I had. This is the only thing that I had. Like, if you're gonna strip somebody, cool, strip them. I understand if they're not gonna have a fight line or they're waiting on something. I like Crawford waiting on Canelo to, you know what I'm saying, come back for they can have their rematch because that's the biggest payday for him. He's looking for paydays, and I understand that. But the case may be if you're gonna be really sitting here saying, "Yo, we're gonna strip him," then keep it consistent. Don't let somebody hold the belt for 2 years and then a couple years later down the line, somebody's holding the belt and you strip them 3 weeks later. Don't do that.
It ain't only that though. One of the reasons for that whole confusion between Devin Haney, Lomachenko, and Teofimo Lopez, whether somebody was undisputed, not undisputed, super champ, you're making all of these Mickey Mouse belts for all different types of reasons. They got a special fight, you got a special belt. This happened on Saudi. This is WBC Saudi belt. Come on now. Now you're reaching. You're trying to dig in everybody's pocket any chance you get. And theoretically, the people that's really on top of the sport that sell pay-per-views or whatever, they don't really care about belts and don't really got that many belts anyway. Tank don't care about the shit. Jake Paul don't really care about the shit. And Canelo does what he wants. They'll waive fees for Canelo. So why are you gonna tell this man I'ma strip you if you don't pay? Guess what? If he retired tomorrow, you would expect him to pay it? I'm not defending it no more. Take your belt. The profile doesn't change. It doesn't change that I went into the ring, I trained for 8 weeks, I kicked ass and I won.
Yeah,
Riddick
Bowe throw the belt in the trash can. Riddick Bowe throw the belt in the trash can.
They do this all the time. They do this all the time. Just like when you go to buy clothes, they want to call the same old polo we've been buying forever. Oh, now this is Purple Label. Oh, no, this is this. Now this is that. I've been buying the same polo boots since I was a kid. They talking about, oh no, these are a certain brand now, so these cost more. It's nothing more than the price of doing business. So it really comes down.
And that's why you dress bad, because you're still wearing the same stuff from the 90s.
That's crazy. That's crazy work.
But you know what I would say to that? Hey, I ain't got nobody to impress, and I gotta wear what I like. When I was a kid, I liked the way Young Joe looked, and for where I do how I do my business, I can wear polo head to toe, and that's what I like to wear. You got to be yourself. That's one thing niggas are scared to be is who they are. That's one thing I like about Bud. Bud is not afraid to be himself. You ain't got no niggas to impress, because the only people that really matter is when you shut that door and the people that's in the house with you. Those are the folks that matter. Everybody else is just talking and giving opinions. And I think it's wrong that Bud did that, but I will say, hey, what can you do about it? When you're not getting the money, I'm gone. It's the same thing like what Errol Spence did to Derek James. You're not getting no extra money. You get what I told you, and that's it. That's all you can do.
I mean,
Yeah, he did. Mauricio did ask for it off the back end. He was like, "I'm guaranteed 10 million. Why are you taking
Yeah.
percentage off of something that you making up in your head? You saying 50 million or around that? You don't even know the real number."
Yeah. Nah, he it's only certain things that he does, and I'm not saying it's just him because it's most of the organizational belts. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say the word if y'all want me to stop saying it, but I'm gonna be like this. There is certain things that they all do, all these organizations that make you raise an eyebrow and be like, all right, bro, what's really the point of it? You know what I'm saying? But again, I
Hey,
understand it's a business, it's whatever.
Now
y'all know
y'all
what it
saying what the
was?
people want to hear, cause they was
Yeah.
in here and then BVO, you know what I'm saying? We all seeing what it is and what it ain't, and the
Hey,
people loving it, they cheering y'all on, and the next thing you know, the principal had to come in and settle the class down and everybody disperse, man. But hey BVO, that's the role we gotta play sometimes.
And the funny thing about it, when we talk about real life situations, you really gonna do what's best for you.
Yeah.
I think the problem is this whole having a collective mindset on how things should be. It's total BS. You got to do what you like, get what you want, and fight for whatever you want to fight for. And I give Bud a lot of credit. It's hard to be yourself when everybody wants you to be somebody different. He still rock with the same group of niggas he been with. And you got to
Yeah.
respect that in itself. He didn't know Bernie damn near his whole life. When we
Yeah.
had Bernie on the show, Bernie said, you know what? Because I think Bernie's like maybe 2 or 3 years older than Bud. Bernie used to be the one that Bud was looking at. And look how the roles change. And guess what? Bernie's real enough to say, you know what? This is my guy. I ain't going to hate on him. I got nothing but love for him. Have you ever heard Bernie say one bad word about Bud ever?
Never.
Not gonna
But
happen.
see, we don't respect loyalty. We don't respect loyalty. But what Bud is doing is how you should really do your business. Be quiet, get paid, cash checks, have sex. That's it. That's what it's all about,
Hey,
man. Anything else is
you know what
nonsense.
Mauricio did? You know what Mauricio
What's that?
did? Mauricio pulled a Derek James. That man said, "Hold up, now you're not gonna give me off the daggone off your purse. You're gonna give me off the back end." He pulled a Derek James. That's exactly what he did.
It got his tail fired too. Now you can't get no money with me.
Right.
Because what people don't realize is they let people like Floyd, they let people like Canelo. Why you think Floyd worked at WBA? Because they give him a chance to negotiate that rate. Everybody don't get that. The WBC is Muhammad Ali's belt. That's the belt. You got to remember, every champion that we heard of in the 80s, 70s, and 60s, in the greatest time of boxing, wore the green strap from Jose Suleiman. When y'all heard the first undisputed fight, when it was Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns at welterweight, that was the WBC versus WBA strap. So you can't tell me nothing about the strap I am. We're a name brand. It's just what it is. You got to pay for it.
Because it's green.
You got to pay for the
It's
brand.
iconic.
I'll give you a prime
It's
example. You got to pay for the brand.
lineage.
So our wife wanted a certain type of purse, right? And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell are you going to need a purse like that? That's what I'm thinking in my mind. But you know what I realized? Sometimes you got to get people what they want, and you got to pay more for what you want to have. And Buzz said, hey, I don't need it. I'm on the back end anyway.
But
Y'all,
what if we?
we
But
didn't
what if
think
we?
Bud was going to realistically defend them belts. We didn't think
But
that.
what if we shifted the mind state? You know what I'm saying? Everybody beforehand coveted the green belt, the green belt, the green belt. All right, y'all, I'm gonna show my age. You remember when Shawn Michaels was the Intercontinental Champion?
Yeah.
Remember he
Yeah,
put that white paint on that belt? There was
yeah.
never white paint on that belt. Everybody wanted that white belt after that. He's switching narrative on shit. Sometimes that's just what you gotta do. You gotta stand for something. Bud say, you know what? I'm not paying that. And that's
Mhm.
that. And that's sometimes you gotta when you're the first person to put a hard stance on something, you look crazy. But now if I ask you on the back end, all right, you know what? You want me to pay this sanctioning fee? Now negotiate with me. I need you to take care of whoever who's struggling as a boxer. You ain't willing to do
Mhm.
that. I ain't carrying the belt. Now I got the leverage because I'm one of the big purses out there. That's why you got the situation with what's the division 147 right now. They got nobody as number one with a whole
That's the
with a whole. What division is that? Well,
Which
that's
one,
the
Remo? My
WBA.
bad.
They do that all the time at WBA where they don't have a number
they got
one.
nobody as number one. That's nonsense.
Yeah.
Everybody paying their
Yeah.
fees, and you got nobody as number one. That don't make no
Right.
sense. So what am I paying for to travel up the rankings? Why am I getting punched in the face to travel up the rankings? And then when it's my turn, you gonna tell me it's not my turn, but I'm paying you.
Well, Remo, let me ask you this. You telling me now I know you do a lot of cool stuff with the clothes and stuff. You never had to give away stuff so you can get on to you can actually get people to pay for it? You never had to give away no heat?
You always gonna have to give something up, but you know you're gonna get it back in return. But me, I don't really be what y'all call it pickle pulling. I don't be doing all of that. I see dudes, they are who they are. I'm a man. I put my pants on the same way. I ain't never have to do nothing strange to get me in no rooms. And I've been on some of the biggest stages. I did the Hip Hop is 40 fashion show. All I had to do was just work the room and just talk, be myself. But for me to just say I'ma sell my soul to to give in to the man or whatever, I'm never gonna do that. And that's why I took a break from it now. Because I'm not doing that. The talent is me. The boxers are the talent. You got a guy, Mauricio Sulaiman, he took over his daddy company. He just handed down taking money. Listen, what's the difference between him and the plantation owner's son? Same difference, brother.
You you a cold dude. Now you're a plantation owner. That's
I'm
sick,
just
man.
saying. I'm just saying. He
But
got he
you
got
can
he
say
got
that
he got
now.
no
You can
think about
go
it
ahead.
though. He got no regard for anything. He said, you know what, he not paying me. I wish him the best of luck. Give me my belt back, and that's it. That means I'm cutting all ties with you moving forward. It ain't no renegotiation, a conversation in the background. And the first chance he got, he jumped in front of the camera and told all the man business. I can't trust you. Why would I want to do business with you?
Talk to him, man.
I mean, I get what you're saying. The thing that's so crazy about it is this: what Mauricio's doing is what we see all the time. It's what's best for his company. And at the end of the day, guess what? It don't mean nothing for Bud. But when you want to come up, everybody, I get it. Everybody on the internet is rich, famous. Papers they got stacks to the floor, full pockets full. But for those people that's on the come up, man, you need those opportunities and those looks. You just do. And sometimes I put it like this: not saying you gotta compromise, but sometimes you gotta say, you know what? I'm gonna pick my battles. So I'm not gonna go into this battle. And a lot
You
of
know
young
what?
fighters, from what I've seen, they have to pick and choose their battles in order to make the money they want. Prime example: I talked to a guy who did a show. The nigga only made $4,000 for one show. He got another show next. I think it was next week. He got another show for another $4,000. He got beat dead almost for that
All
money.
right, but think
But
about it like this,
he on
though.
the way
Think
up.
about it like this. Hold on, don't go too far from that, right?
But
The thing is, I shouldn't have like they got the money has to go into something that makes sense. That makes sense for everybody. You got the Puerto Rican WBC. You got the Intercontinental WBC. It's all over the place.
right,
It's too much going on. And if you get to the point where it's one belt, that's where the boxing really want to go. These kids don't care about the belts no more. They are jumping from class, from division to division, looking for the biggest fight because they've been in the sport for 20 something years and they still ain't get their money. So the one opportunity you get to get the on the top, you gonna say like we don't want nothing to do with you because you ain't give me my fee. Bud been played around with his whole career. He's always felt like he was the guy. He ain't get the big opportunity fights until later on at 30 something years old. So now when I'm finally getting money, you want me to just throw it away. when I'm about to retire. That 300,000, that's one of his kids' college funds right there.
Hmm.
Ain't no
Agree with
pitching
what
in
you're
this.
saying. I agree with what you're saying. I'm thinking the only thing I think the only disconnect I'm having is this. You got to understand that these guys you're talking about are at the very top. I'm talking about how the system works. The guys at the bottom do benefit from it. Those guys like my boy Keith Cologne is coming up. You know, like my man Tamar Jackson is coming up. These young up and coming guys you don't know yet, they're only getting more notoriety because they're coming up through the WC. That's the thing. So I'm saying the system might not work for the top 1%, but I guarantee you everybody not papered up like that. But on the internet, I get everybody's rich. Everybody can say, you know, they got this and that. But I'm talking about in real life, real dollars and cents. The fathers I've talked to, I've been blessed to talk to, they all say you need these guys on the way up. And be honest with you, the only reason Bud struggled is because Bud wasn't very well liked. And that's another thing too. Being liked is important.
No, Bud was in the field picking the cotton. He wasn't in the house serving lemonade. I'm telling you, man. He
You
had
sick, man, with
he had
that slavery talk. You sick.
think about it. He had Uncle Bob. He had Uncle Bob over there talking bad about him in public. I lost a house in Malibu and Beverly Hills and all of this, talking the man's career down. And this is something that he worked on. He earned that. But for a man not to promote you not in a way that you felt as though I was good enough to be promoted and you didn't put the dollars and cents behind me, and then you try to publicly defame me so my business moving forward it dims my light and I continue on myself now and I get to the highest level and then I got to deal with another plantation owner. Come on now.
Let me ask you this. Now, you say that, but Bud in 2006, when he came to be professional, I think it was 2006, Bud Crawford was not a big time youth prospect. He was not a big amateur at all. And if you think about what the top rank did for him, Uncle Bob put his arm around him and gave him a chance to be who you know him as today. He wouldn't have got that chance. It's Coach Eddie will tell you, it's some bad mofos. My bro Ofacio looked like Roy Jones in the ring. If you're not given the opportunity, you won't do it. It don't matter what you can do. There's some niggas who can ball better than Jordan, ball better than Ant-Man, but you will never see him. It's about the opportunity. So I can't hoop on Bob and say, oh, Uncle Bob, you a piece of trash because you say I'm losing money. Of course Uncle Bob losing money because he was the first one to spend money. You got to see that. That's the thing. There's no loyalty in business at all. Bob is the first nigga to spend money on this nigga Bud. That's the first guy to say you can do it.
BVO, what was Crawford's job in signing with Bob? To be the best
Get
boxer he
paid.
is,
Yeah.
right? To be
Right.
to be the best talent. The
Right.
man don't drink.
Right.
The man don't smoke. He live a clean life. He always in the gym. He's done his part. As a boxer, you dealing with Ali and you dealing with all Sugar Rays and all this. That's your job. You're a
Right.
promoter. That's what your job is. I'm doing my job at the highest level. And I didn't see how it went bad for people like Zab and AB not staying focused on the sport. I done seen dudes do it the wrong way. And I've continued up to almost 40 years old, living a clean lifestyle. And whoever you put me in there with, I'm taking advantage of them and I'm being the best me. I can't fault him. He's doing what he's supposed to do as a professional. Unlike a lot of the
He
other
paid
ones.
his dues. He paid his dues, Remo. He been paying sanctioning for years, man.
Hey, listen, what job you know? Let's forget boxing. What job you know? 25 years, 30 years down the line, that you don't get no pension, you don't get no medical coverage,
Right.
and when it's all said and done, you just walk away. There's nothing, no severance package. So you just gonna let a man talk about you owe me 300,000, give it to me.
Not only that, we talk about the ranking. Shout out to Keith Cologne. It is not no guarantee these promote these sanctioning bodies to get you a title shot. Cause like you said, they gonna pull for a bigger fight. So if Manny Pacquiao wanna come out of retirement, Giasoff can't get a fight with Rolly. That's just how it works, man. These sanctioning bodies are for profit. Look at Albert Bell. He still never got a title shot. I'm sure him and his promoter paid sanctioning to be number one ranked, at 130.
But you know,
So
Albert Bell got paid. See the thing that I love is when cats always step over what's really happening. Albert Bell took $1.5 million for step aside money. Stop taking step aside money and then cry and say, "Oh, I never got my shot at the belt." Your chance was mandated, but you took the money.
But you
That's the
next in line
thing.
though.
Niggas
But
take niggas take the
that doesn't
money
skip you out
and
the
then cry about the results. Don't take
yeah,
my
but that
money
don't
then.
but
yeah,
that
they
don't
was because
knock
they
you
was
out the
never gonna
line
give him
though.
a shot.
But that don't knock you out the line though. You still should be next if you step aside for that fight. You still should get that bread. Let me ask, Coach Eddie still in there? I can't see the thing. But if he is,
Yeah.
look at Ryan Garcia's skill set. What makes
Right.
everybody think that he's the guy? He ain't done nothing impressive to nobody to earn no shots. And he continued. His sales is high. He one of the most popular boxers, but his actual skill set as a boxer is not A class. But he stays skipping the line.
But you can't really say that when you think. And I call Ryan the Maid in Manhattan. He plays white on TV like Jennifer Lopez did. The thing about Ryan is a 9-time national champion. Ryan really put the work in early in life, and because people like him and they like whatever about him, they say, you know what, we're gonna always give this guy a chance. Because Ryan Garcia came in there with a fan base full of women on some LL Cool J stuff. And he's still getting chances because no matter what, people don't understand. What can I market? What can I monetize? Remo, you know that better than anybody. If I can't monetize it, what does it matter to me in my organization? If we can't make any dollars or cents, being lit and being lit on the internet and having real dollars is a totally different thing. You know that. You know we know niggas will
tell you, sir, is that he's gay.
Amateur,
you gotta pick your poison.
but I could be the best amateur. I could be the best NCAA player, but I get drafted to the league and I'm a dud. That's what he is. He's a dud. Everybody that went to the Olympics around his time are better professionals than him. Point blank, period. Pull up his class.
That ruined the sport too. Well, that was a black eye on the sport because a lot of these young guys, shout out to Hot Rod, Ryan brought them to the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? By watching his little TikToks and stuff like that. So for him not to be legitimized as a world champion or for his biggest opportunity, he kind of cheated. That didn't help, you know what I'm saying, the sport at all.
I'm gonna bring up something that's funny, man, because I know we all used to watch this kid when we was young. When we was young, there used to be a guy named Brian Pumper. Used to be talking the craziest stuff, rapping, doing his thing, right? And we say, man, what if Brian Pumper was around now? He would be the biggest nigga in the world. Sometimes you're just ahead of your time. That's how it goes.
You a freaky humble.
Oh, hey, you know who he is. That's why you laughing. We all thought the nigga was hilarious. The dancing, when he had that song, Play Sports, Ran Track, back in the days. He was so ahead of his time. When we look back at him now, smashing chicks with AIDS, you're like, yo, this nigga could have been the man. But sometimes you're just too ahead of your time. And that happens to a lot of niggas too. I look at Wale, prime example. Some niggas is too ahead of their time, and you got to be likable, bro. You know that. You got to be like, some niggas just ain't likable, man.
No,
some niggas not likable.
We're not gonna disrespect Wale, because Wale, he actually do have platinum albums and platinum tracks and stuff. These other guys are just viral. Sometimes you can't play with the system. Sometimes you can't be a man of the system, but you still put numbers on the board. Ryan is a manufactured professional. Anytime he's had a moment to make it a big moment, he's lost or looked terrible. I'm good on him.
See, you say that, but that's the same thing that happened to Danny Garcia. And nobody says he's terrible. Every big fight he had, he got his ass whipped.
But he's earned.
Now, what about the
a
Matisse fight? Yeah, the Matisse fight. Come on, now.
Matisse, okay, you give him Matisse, but those ain't the same as beating Sean Porter, beating Keith Thurman, beating Errol Spence. It's not the same thing. You know it. See, you like to do that.
And we need Ryan. Ryan has to get
Ryan.
Ryan has to get a Matisse first before he can
He
get to a
do. He got
Porter
Javier
and a Keith
Fortuna.
Thurman. That wasn't that wasn't a
Man,
current
come
champion.
on, man.
Danny
Man,
Smash was
come
Man,
the
on,
Fortuna,
current
I know
champion. He
man.
was
I
an
know y'all don't
underdog in that
respect people
fight.
that became champions.
Fortuna was like he was
Man,
had a
that dude
Fortuna
big.
was
is a champion.
that dude was
You know,
small. The
Come
dude was
on,
little,
man.
bro. Man, stop it, man. Hey,
Get him,
man,
get
one
him,
you,
Shout
thing,
out
one,
to
hey,
Eddie.
Zilla.
hey,
Eddie.
one thing I'll
when
Hey,
say,
he
my
niggas
when
audio
he
pick
hit the
coming
and
through,
drop,
choose,
Remo.
man,
man.
Everybody
hit
got
him with the
quiet on
drop,
me.
bro. Hit him with the drop.
Damn.
Niggas pick and
Hit the
choose.
drop,
World
man.
Cup is.
What's the
That's pretty
drop?
full.
Hold on, I see it. Okay. You a wild boy, coach. Now the man is small. Now the man ain't got no arms. Okay, I like it. I like it.
But yeah, like I say, Ryan Garcia, he still got a question mark over his head, man. You know, until he get a belt or beat somebody of note. You know, right now he's a little bit above. I'll just say he's a contender. He's a contender in
This
my
dude said
opinion. I ain't gonna call
Javier
him a prospect.
Fortuna, man.
Javier
That's
Fortuna
what I'm
don't
saying.
count. I'm
Crazy.
asking you. He don't count.
Man, that dude is small, man. Ryan brought that
Oh,
dude up, man. That dude is like tiny up under Ryan Garcia, man. Like
It
dude
don't matter. You
came
see
up
how
to his
y'all pick and
armpit,
choose?
man. Come on, man.
Hold on. Didn't we
BBL.
see a dude 5'5" fight George Foreman? Stop it, man. Y'all can't do
BBL.
this, man. Y'all can't pick and
Ryan got
choose, man.
Ryan got dropped and outboxed by Rolly. That enough said. Outboxed by him. Outboxed by him.
Nigga
That
who's
did.
punching, Remo. They say that niggas punching. Everybody tell
Hold
you
on.
Rolly, I'll knock your head off if he touch you. Everybody
But
says that.
Ryan outboxed him. Ryan was outboxed. It wasn't just he just got knocked down the one time and he got outboxed thoroughly for 12 rounds.
Not only
You
that,
see,
Ryan packed it in too. After he got
here
dropped,
you go, coach. Here
he
you
packed it
go.
in, brother. No, he packed it in, man. Go back and look. That dude packed it in,
That's your
man.
new catchphrase, bro. That's your new. You should get a T-shirt. I'm Coach Eddie, and niggas packed it in. That's your favorite thing to say about niggas. Niggas packed it in. Like, no, he was getting his head whooped, man. That's just how it go. when we see Canelo fight Bud's black ass was beating the tacos out of Canelo. There's nothing you
Hey,
can
hold on.
do.
BBL,
There's nothing you can do.
did you really say Javier Fortuna was a good opponent for Ryan when this man was way past the man that was supposed to fight Jaime Fortuna like 3 years prior to that. Why didn't he fight him 3 years prior?
Hey, I'm not in the camps. I don't know what it
You
was.
know
I'm
why he
just
didn't.
saying.
You
Don't
ain't got to say why you not in this camp. You know why? Because he had just got knocked down by Luke Campbell, and he knew he wasn't that good, so he had to wait for that man to get old. That's why.
didn't
That
he get
man,
up and stop Luke Campbell?
no, he stopped
And that,
himself.
that dude kept
That man literally,
pulling out of fights all the time, man.
that man Ryan stopped himself. That man said after he beat Luke Campbell, that man said, I'm the king of the division. And the man said, I'm having mental and went on a 2 year hiatus.
That's what
After
see.
getting,
That's what messed him up,
after
Bree.
getting,
That's what messed him up was that.
no, what messed him up is getting dropped by daggone Luke Campbell, somebody that didn't do anything. He was a gold medalist and never did nothing in the sport of boxing. And daggone Ryan Garcia was the guy that got dropped by Luke Campbell. Every notable fighter that fought Luke Campbell whooped Luke Campbell's tail.
Hey,
Hey,
Yeah, I
that
think
Puerto Rican
I
free.
did.
He cold.
Did
He cold
Lomachenko
blooded.
stop him too? Did Lomachenko stop him?
No,
stop
they
Luke
fought
Campbell?
tooth and nail. No, they fought
Yeah.
tooth and nail.
Did he stop him?
No,
No.
they was tooth and
Okay.
nail. Loma almost lost that fight. Loma, but I gotta remember, everybody's not watching boxing for the sport. People watching it for villains and heroes. So I get it, because if that's the case, just enjoy the sport because we about to fight
Now
the
Ron
biggest.
Garcia ain't no hero.
I'm saying that's what they're looking for villains and heroes. Ryan is definitely a villain, but you know what? I get him Made in Manhattan credit, man, for what he could do. He did a lot, man, and I think he got a couple stupid paydays from it too.
No,
Nah, he sold his.
No, you already know. I'm not going. I keep it straight down the middle. I'm not going to trash nobody that I believe is a decent fighter. But what I will say is, I see the play. I see the play. That man literally avoided Luke. He avoided Fortuna because he knew Fortuna was too much of a threat. He was just in there with Luke Campbell, who was not on the same level as Fortuna. And then he was supposed to fight Devin. That was the main thing. He was supposed to fight Devin. That man literally went on a hyenas after that. Remember, Devin had got in the ring and he said, "Yeah, let's make the fight next." And then that man, shortly after that, he said he's going to sit back and get things straight
Nah,
because
he
he's
had
having
mental health
mental issues.
issues. Free. He said he claimed he
That's
had
what I'm saying.
a mental
That's what I
disorder.
said. That's why I said he's going to get things straight because he was having mental issues. Because he knew what was playing in his head was, man, I just got dropped by Luke Campbell. Now I got to get in there with Devin. Oh nah, dog. This can't be. This can't be. No, not to mention, he was that fight. He was the #1 contender. He fought JoJo. Was it JoJo? No, he fought Fortuna to be the #1 to be the daggone interim champ. How you gonna be the interim to the interim?
Hey, I like, and see, that's why I like Puerto Rico Free. He gonna bring out the facts. I like it.
He was the intern to the intern. How was that even possible?
I'm not. Listen, I'm not. I can't ever defend Ryan Garcia.
I'm a fight to be the #1 contender when you holding the interim belt. How you fighting to be the #1 contender when you holding the belt? That's the belt to put you in line for the champion.
And then you had the champion calling him out. It was similar to when Canelo was getting called up by Andre. When Andre was like, "Fight me for my WBO belt. You #1." I mean, that's just how I go. That's the business of boxing, like your boy Remo said. Sometimes it get ugly, but sometimes it's nice. Sometimes it's nice because we got to see a really good fight.
Don't put that on Tank. Don't put that on Tank. Ryan was the one that brought up Tank's name. He said, "Man, I knocked Tank out in 2 rounds." He did it on Mike Tyson podcast, and Mike Tyson called Tank Davis. And Tank Davis said, "Let's make it happen then. Let's make it happen." Nah, that was Ryan that asked for that.
I got one more question.
Hey, a lot of us thought he was going to beat him.
Question, y'all. How did WBC want to strip the dude after one fight, but want to let Ryan, who came out as an open racist publicly, fight for their belt to represent they sanctioning body? Make it make sense.
They don't care about blacks, Remo. That's an easy answer. That's how it's always been. Everybody can disrespect Black Americans and nothing happens. It's how it's been for a long time at this point. I'm not saying it's right, but that's just kind of how it's been. We keep seeing mad disrespect towards Black Americans and nothing's done. We had Kovalev saying some wild stuff. Guy after guy say wild stuff. And then they want to apologize. I mean, what can you do with these guys at this point? You know what I mean? What can you do with these niggas? Send them back to the gallows. That's all I can say, man. Let me ask y'all this.
Get 10-second chance for no reason. Dog, you would think Ryan had 2 gold medals in the Olympics. The way he getting chance for a title every 2 fights.
He make the ladies come out. This is what it is, bro. That's all it is. He make the ladies come out. Whatever he's doing, they monetizing.
Hey,
whatever
I'm gonna tell you this is what they do. This is what he do. He make the ladies come out, and when he get in the ring, the dudes make the lady come out of him. That's what happens.
Hey, Free, you a cold mofo, man. I hope Ryan don't run into you. You a wild boy. But I want to ask y'all this, man. How good is this big black nigga, man? The Mexican monster. How good is this guy? This guy just keep getting better. He's getting scary now. I mean, he beat blood out of my man, young. That big nigga got niggas scared to death. I don't know where they found this big black nigga.
A big black nigga.
I don't know where they found this big black nigga, bro. I don't know where they found him, Free. Send him away. I don't know what they doing with this guy up in the BDS, man.
That man more Spanish than Juan. You call that man a big black nigga. He more Spanish than
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you? Look at me, boy. Don't you smoke crack?
Jordan, that's the only thing I ain't got no respect for. He was the Mexican Jordans.
Hey,
But that
David
brother's really great.
Benavidez.
I can't do. Now don't be a Negro, be my nigga. All right, help me out.
More skill
Help me
than
out.
you learn from those skills. That's what David Benavidez is doing. He's learning from his experience. He's getting in the ring with guys that's more skilled than him, and he's beating them, but he's learning from the experience. We saw it with the Caleb Plant fight. That was the first, that was pretty much the first real slick fighter that he fought, because Anthony Durrell wasn't really that slick. He pretty much stood right in front of him. But he did it with the Caleb Plant fight. And he learned, okay, I got to start using more footwork and cutting the ring off better, dealing with these type of fighters. And then he got in there with Bubu Andrade. We see how that ended. And now we're sitting in there with Anthony Yard, and we saw how that ended. He's just getting better. Now you can't say put a slick fighter in there, because David Benavidez know what it's like to be in there with a slick fighter.
Yeah. I don't know if my audio coming through. BVO, wow, boy, man. Wow. Listen, man.
Yeah, Anthony Yard made that man look like a highlight reel, man. Like, bro, Anthony Yard, man. That dude let me down, man. That dude was trash in that fight, man. He got cooked. Like, he didn't even show up. He just came for the paycheck, man. He packed it in, man.
I try to tell you, Coach.
Y'all packed it in after the first round.
I try to tell you, Coach. That man
Man,
gets winded after 4 rounds. I try to tell you.
Man, that dude didn't. I said, what type of game plan y'all got? That was the worst jab I ever seen in boxing history, man. Where you get that jab from? Trash, man. God, man, I was terribly disappointed. You supposed to be a world-class fighter, and this is the best jab that you can show up with. And then not on that, man, you got beat to a pulp, man. It was embarrassing, man. I think Lyndon B. Arthur would have put up a much better fight than that. At least he has a jab. Anthony Yard, man. Matter of fact, man, Tunde, oh man, he need to hang it up, man. It's over with for that guy, man. He need to go pack it in, man. Be a bodybuilder or something, man. The dude let me down, bro. Because the thing about it, Davis is good.
I think at this point, Anthony Yard he's gonna be a gatekeeper at this point. He's gonna be a gatekeeper.
I still want to see.
Well, actually, I take that back. He might not be a gatekeeper, because I got to remember he's fighting over there in the UK, so they take pride in their fighters, especially pretty good fighters. They take pride in, so he might not be a gatekeeper. He might get a chance to fight for a title again, just not right away. They're gonna wait till those guys are up out of that division, and then he's gonna get a shot at the title again.
Now, if David would have beat Bivol, then I would be able to definitely put the stamp on him. Right now, yeah, he's a good fighter, but Bivol, in my opinion, he's a guy who can box, who's not going to crumble, in my opinion, not going to succumb to that type of pressure. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be able to deal with it.
He's going to beat the Russian accent out of Bivol. I'm trying to tell you, Bivol you're going to see. If Bivol ever gets in the ring with David Benavidez is going to beat him thoroughly. He's going to beat him thoroughly. I saw what Arthur was able to do with Bivol, and Arthur doesn't have the motor that David Benavidez has at this point. He did at one time, but not now. He's much older. But the gas tank that David has, the amount of punches that he throws, and it gets even more as the fight goes on. Bivol ain't gonna be able to deal with that.
But he's gonna have trouble. He's gonna have trouble with the foot movement, with the leg movement, in my opinion. I think the Bivol's movement is gonna throw him off.
Bivol moves in the ring, but he ain't no Caleb Plant where he just moving non-stop around the ring. He moves slightly. He moves enough to do what he got to do. He's not one of those guys like Caleb Plant was when he fought David Benavidez, was just constantly moving around the ring. He's not going to do that.
Yeah, man.
So
Caleb Plant overrated, man.
I ain't saying Caleb Plant is better than Bivol or anything like that. I'm just talking about the movement that Caleb Plant was doing. Caleb Plant was moving a lot in that ring, and we saw what David Benavidez was able to do. Eventually, he's gonna walk you down. You're gonna get tired because he's gonna hit you to the body. You're not gonna be able, like David Benavidez is bigger than Demetrius Bivol. He's bigger far as height, reach, and weight. He's bigger. So he's going to reach Bivol. Bivol's not going to keep him off of him. Bivol's not a big puncher like that where David Benavidez got to worry about the power. So, we just saw a bigger, I think Anthony Yard is a much bigger puncher than Bivol. We just saw David Benavidez, what he did with Anthony Yard.
Man, Anthony Yard whack, man. He need to take a long look at it. He need to take a long look at himself, man.
You a hater,
Yard didn't do nothing,
No,
man.
Anthony Yard had more success against Arthur than he did with David Benavidez. He had more success against Arthur.
That he did.
I ain't gonna lie, that big
But Arthur was an
fat
old man. Arthur been
is a
old for about
problem.
4 years.
He's a problem. David Benavidez is a problem.
Oh,
I want to see him fight the Australian. Who's his name? Jai Abatayan. Now, if he go out there,
that's going to be the challenge. That's going to be the challenge. I don't think Zordo's a challenge. I don't think Demetrius Bivol was a challenge. At this point, I don't think Arthur is a challenge. I think John Obertai is going to be the challenge because he is a skilled boxer. He's a bigger guy, and he does have power. I think that's going to be the challenge.
I think he's going to flip David Benavidez, man.
He very well could. He very well could. But I think that's going to be the
Champ
ultimate
Ross,
challenge.
salute.
And that could be the reason why David saved him for last. Because he's going to get through all these other guys to tune him up for Ja Obertai.
I think they're scared of overtime, though. To be honest with you, they're scared of overtime.
I think he fight this weekend. I think he fight.
He fight on the 6th as well, 4:00 in the morning.
Man, that dude right there, that's a scary dude, man. That job, man, that dude ain't no joke, bro.
Hey, didn't Zordo said he won $12 million to fight him?
Cause he going to sleep. He know he going to sleep and then messing with that dude, man.
he a monster, man. But
yeah,
I feel like this. Go ahead.
That dude Zerto, like I say, he just blew up.
That was more like Oscar asked for that money. Oscar asked for $12 million because he ain't trying to mess up his investment with Zerto, man.
No, but what reason I say I believe it's from Zerto because Zerto was talking crazy on ESPN De La Portes saying nobody knows Ja Obertai. It don't benefit him to fight him. He's a nobody. He was saying all this stuff like I'm really working on my Spanish. You should hear how some of these Spanish fighters say stuff in the context. They say stuff, man. He made it seem like who is Ja Obertai? I'm thinking like the nigga with the Ring magazine. That's who he is.
Yeah, you could say that. But Zerto was saying this brother just came around a month of Sundays ago. Zerto been around kicking ass for years, moving up, and Zerto damn near got about 50 fights. This dude Ja Batai, he just got here.
Mm-hmm. He did, but he been beating people dead all the way up here. All we see is bodies. Feel like we on the wire. It's bodies. Every time he fights somebody, they laying dead. He be like, what is this dude doing? I wish a guy like Ja Obertai was around when we had dudes like Andre Ward or James Toney, like niggas who can challenge him. Because these guys can't mess with him, man. I don't even think the great Mexican monster can beat him because Ja's special.
Hey, BV, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
I'm thinking about it the other day. You think that boxing, like the evolution is here as far as like all the old niggas they pretty much done? Because I think PBC model kind of screwed them in the back end. Because they took all of the main fighters from Oscar and all them other guys. But
Right.
they so top heavy, you can't see these fighters fight no more because they're not willing to take no pay cuts.
Yeah.
But I think the motto of boxing works if you push the younger guys because they're not pay-per-view stars. But you get to see them more often to build them up as stars. These older dudes, they more prima donna. They stuck in their ways. I
Yeah.
think I think boxing kind of frozen because of these guys.
See, boxing's not doing a good job of cannibalizing itself. What used to happen in boxing is like any other thing, like, you know, me and you basketball fans. At some point, the old guys can't do it. Like when we seen Jordan in 2001, he was an imposter. That wasn't the Michael Jordan I seen
Chill,
when I
chill.
was a kid.
We not doing that. We not
I'm
doing
just
that.
saying,
Chill out.
he was an
Chill out. Chill out.
imposter.
Tommy
And
It was
that's what,
Dread,
Smith's
salute.
decision. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't
no,
do
I'm
Yeah, I
just
that.
thought
saying,
they
when
say wasn't he
you
still
look
an
at the guy,
all star or something? Yeah,
say it
man.
again.
Absolutely. He was putting himself in position
Yeah.
to go in the front office. We're not gonna use Michael Jordan. We're not gonna do that. We're not
But
gonna
no,
do
what I'm saying is what's happening
And
in
Tommy
boxing, a lot
Dread,
of the
salute,
fighters we
family.
grew up watching from that 2008, 2012, those guys are really the 2008 class is leaving boxing. Those guys from 2008, what's that, 16, 17 years ago? Those guys like your Keith Thurmans, your Danny Garcias, Errol Spence, those guys from that '08 time, they all kind of going away. And now you're seeing more of the guys from 2016, 2008, 2012 was kind of going by the wayside, you know, because Anthony Joshua won his gold medal in 2012. And the guys from 16, you know, the guys now, those are the new guys you start to see. So at some point, I think it's good. We're getting a lot of niggas out the way. Um, One chip that's going to fall, we really got to see what happens with Canelo and what happens with Tank. And I say those two names because those are the most polarizing guys in the sport. And as the stars go, boxing goes. Because for some reason we can't find him. I don't know what's going on. You know, hopefully Jake Paul don't get beat dead and give us a good showing, but we really ain't got no heavyweight champion.
they playing football. All the athletic Americans that's big like that, pause. They playing football, man. They ain't playing no damn. They ain't playing no
Yeah,
boxing.
ain't enough money in the game, man. And all the fighters over there across the pond. Like the Jake Paul situation, man. I don't know, man. I think that dude gonna get. I think that dude gonna wind up in the hospital, man. I'm sitting there watching this dude.
Jake Paul is definitely gonna get stopped by AJ. But
He
salute to
gonna,
the family. Tampa Tommy pulling up.
yeah,
And
man.
Camp
I'm
Ross,
watching.
salute. I know we
I'm
heard me
putting
on
my
the
money
salute
into
champ.
that Abdullah kid. If I'm a promoter,
Yeah,
I'm promoting
yeah.
Abdullah. That's where I'm putting my
Fact.
money behind. And he's
He
starting to talk slick too. I like that.
Hey, I like
he's
that kid right there.
marketable, but is he gonna take too many right hands?
Nah, he gonna get better. He gonna learn from it, man. He kind of
He
like
young.
Boots, man. Cause Boots be getting hit with shots too, man. You know, but he'll keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? So I think sometimes you gotta have a
But Boots ain't been in no fight where he almost lost just
nah that
yet.
like that. He ain't been in that type of dog fight, but I have seen Boots take some some hellacious shots, man. And like dang, bro, you got hit like dead on the chin, and he kept going. To his credit, he got hit on the button, and it seemed like it didn't phase him. So it seemed like me he had a pretty decent chin. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of fighters get hit that clean, they usually get some type of reaction out of them. You know what I'm saying? So he
Now,
seems,
now before that fight, it was a lot of talks about possibly Abdullah versus Keyshawn, or Abdullah unifying at 135. What's your thoughts on Abdullah at 135 versus Andy Cruz?
I got Abdullah, man. That boy bad, man. I like that kid, bro. That kid right there is a monster, man. He's a little bitty monster, man. And he's only gonna get better because, like I said, he's only 21. So just imagine this kid when he gets about 25, 26 when he got his grown man strength, man. And with that mentality, with the team that he got around him, you know what I'm saying? He can't do nothing. The sky's the limit. And not only that, he's marketable. He's fan friendly. He give you what you want in a fighter. If you were saying this is what I want in a fighter, he's that. He's that guy. He's not really trying to follow anybody's pattern. He's not trying to be like Floyd. He ain't trying to be like AB. See, everybody who came after Floyd, they were trying to follow that Floyd print. Everybody wanted to be flashy with the jewelry, you know what I'm saying, throwing money and all that stuff, showing, every time they make a purchase, they want to put it on the internet. Man, that's played out, man. Ain't nobody got no time for that no more, man. People out here, it's hurting right now. They don't want to see how good you doing. You know what I mean? Keep it 100, man. It's boxing, bro. So Abdullah Mason, I like what this kid represent. Kid's young,
Let me say
he's
this real quick,
hungry.
Coach.
Yeah.
Salute to the beautiful Angie B showing up, showing love. Appreciate you, Angie. You already know we working. I'm moving around right now. Listen, I still got the family in here, Coach Eddie, Remo, D Free. Hey, we getting to it now. Remo, I was able to put this question now. I wanna phrase this to you, right? Um, and my brother Marky Dan pulling back up to cook with us. Salute to Marky. We gonna cook. But let me bring you in on this, Remo. So it looks like Turkey has kind of maneuvered his way into getting Hamza another title shot. Um, do you feel like in Billy, Hamza is going to beat in Billy? What's your take on that matchup, Hamza versus Billy? And then I want you to, what do you want to see from Crawford? A lot of the guys were saying Crawford should go ahead and retire because his 160 plans with Janibek looking shaky, and now he's getting stripped at 168. What do you want to see from Crawford?
I don't know too much about the other two in the first. I gotta do my research on them too. But
Well, Hamza is the one that stopped Berlanga just recently.
oh, okay,
And you
okay,
remember,
okay,
and
okay.
Billy fought Lester Martinez. He's the Canadian African that fought Lester, and it was a draw. That was on the Canelo Crawford undercard.
I don't know what they expect from it, but the boxer's old turkey something. He been paying a lot of checks, so whatever he want going on, exiting his reign in the United States or whatever his partnership out here, they better do what he say. He put a lot of money into boxing this year, so if he want his guy in position, fuck it, why not? I ain't mad at it. And the whole Crawford situation, Crawford could ride off into the sunset right now. His ticket is already set in stone where he gonna be at in the Hall of Fame. He don't got nothing to do left because they gonna politic him to death now. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
no real it's no real big names for him to tag along with where it's gonna make him a big load of money. Unless he play the starve out game like I'm retiring, I'm coming back out of retirement and play that Mayweather type of thing, but he don't gotta do nothing else. This shit is set in stone already, man.
Hmm.
But before I go to the next person, I was thinking about who could be on this card for Shakur now. So I would like to see my man Shushu because he's from Brooklyn, and
Mm.
I would like to see if Shakur could get the DB3 boy to come back against Hitchens. Hitchens is from New York. That's Shakur's man. They got a little friction in between there. I think
Now
that
you
would be a
cooking.
crazy card.
Yeah, Keyshawn versus Hitchens for the title of 145.
Yeah, and then you could bring if what you call is ready, if Abdullah's ready, he could unify with the other guy. What's the other guy that got the 135? The one that fought
They well,
the
Muratala's about to fight Andy Cruz.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's what I was
they
talking
lined
about.
up in January.
Damn. That'd have been a good one right there. But
One
yeah, you know what I'm
thousand
saying?
percent.
Get them two other guys on there, man. They from New York. I think that'd be good exposure, especially on that card. And it'd be some good fights.
They probably
It
try to
gotta
bring
be
back
good fights.
Berlanga.
No. We don't want him. We good on him. We good on him. He
Now,
from the Bronx.
I believe so. Yeah.
I'm good on him.
hmm
But go ahead.
Now, I mean, we ain't gonna. I mean, we can stay on that really, because we didn't really. I don't think you got to cook on that yesterday, but I want to ask you this, Remo, and then I want Marky. I definitely want to hear Marky opinion on this. Oh, I'll do Marky first. Let me bring in Marky on this. We was doing
Pause,
it
pause,
yesterday.
pause,
Oh,
pause,
okay,
pause.
hold on. Let me get myself in
Oh,
order, right? Uh,
I
hey
don't know
man.
what was just said, but it ain't had nothing to do with me. All the way pause.
I think my audio about to go out. That's why I'm just gonna let it ride.
Man said
Um,
he was gonna do you first. He was gonna do you first.
Whoa, B3 red. Whoa, yellow flag.
yeah, that is pretty crazy, yeah, man. I gotta definitely throw the flag on the play, man. We gotta run it back. Um, and salute. I don't want to. I'm not gonna go too far off of it, but I know the people want to answer this. I kind of want to ask y'all this right now. Marky Dan, did you do your top four between the young guys, Devin Haney, Javante Davis, Teofimo Lopez, and Shakur Stevenson, ranking them not off accolades based on eye test, based on what you've seen in the sport of boxing? Did you do that
Ranking
yesterday?
those. No, I don't believe I was on here yesterday.
Okay, we did that yesterday, right before the end of the show. And I want to bring Remo in on that. I'm not even sure Coach Eddie got to cook on that, but I want you to, based on what you've seen, Mark, out of the four young guys that's pretty much moving in the sport, rank them, man, based on what you've seen. Javante Davis, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, 1 through 4.
Just off their accomplishments.
We're not doing based off eye test, man. Based off of who you feel
Based
like is
off
the
the
more
eye
complete
test.
fighter. Yeah, the most complete.
Um, Number one, and people could feel however they want about this, but number one, I put Shakur up there. I really like Shakur's style, and I think that he is a lot of people like to get their panties in a bunch when I say this, but I think he is a special fighter. Like when you look at the guy and his reflexes and his ability to predict a punch before it gets there, and then to like that last fight against Zapata, I mean, he was staying in that pocket and swimming and not getting wet. And we seen him do that against other opponents in his career, like Jamel and Valdez. The big thing, and with Joet Gonzalez when he won his first belt. The big problem with that kid is we just haven't seen it against nobody like really. I ain't gonna say respectable because Valdez, I think at least I think was respectable. I think Zapata was respectable, but he ain't did it against a credible name that'll shut everybody up. I think T.O. I hope T.O. would be that name for him. Number two, I would say just based off eye test, I would say Haney. Um, I re man, that's tough. Nah, I want to put Javante at number two, but I seen him in fights where he loses a lot of rounds, but then he does set the dude up. But then we seen in that Lamont fight where that catch that tendency he has to lay back and let other dudes, you know what I'm saying, push the action, like that could get you beat sometimes if you don't got the judges and a cockeyed referee on your side. So
Whoa,
I put
whoa.
what?
How you going? The black man got to catch strap metal, man. Come on now.
Man, get up
Why?
out of here. You
Why
yesterday
you
you
gonna
were
do the
talking
ref like
about
that, man?
you were yesterday you were bigging up Deontay Wilder talking about a crab in the buckets referee. I ain't trying to hear that today. Cockeye Willie was wrong for what he did in that fight. But based on what I just said, I will put Dev number two. I put Tank number three, and I put T.O. number four because we done seen T.O. get beat maybe twice, maybe three times. Like that Sandra Martin fight, I maybe had him winning 3 rounds at most in that fight. And he got dropped twice. I did not think T.O. won that fight at all. You know, like T.O. the type of dude, like any given Sunday, you could beat that guy.
Yeah, man. I'm with you. Hey, listen, good list. Before I bring Dondra again, Remo, you got a list on that?
I could throw one together real quick. Um, from what we've been shown so far, I would probably say Shakur. I'm gonna agree with Shakur number one. I think he's the only one that showed he could neutralize another opponent's everything and still be in his own comfort zone. I want to go two. I want to say Tank is two, based on the fact that I'm gonna take the Roach fight out of it because when somebody's so familiar with you and then like you've been that target for them for so long and you didn't share time in the ring with them or let alone any
So you going?
sport.
So you
Somebody
going to take the Haney fight out, the Ryan fight out for Haney because
no
they
no
know
I ain't
each other.
you gonna let me
Go
you gonna let me finish my
ahead, go
list? You
ahead,
gonna let me
go
finish my
ahead.
list? But but
That's so
out of those four names, he's the only one that has proven that if he sets up who he can set up against him, that's fighting against him, he could detonate him with one punch knockout. He has different abilities than all of them other dudes in the skill set, and he can box. I don't know. At some point in time when he got real, like complacent with his pace, because he used to start off real fast initially, trying to get you out of there within the first four, but now he don't start until the fifth. But he has abilities to change the pace of the fight, so I'm gonna put him at two. I'm not gonna say Haney three. I'm gonna give him two B, right? Because well, shit, he is the only one that could stick to the game plan from 1 to 12. He might be lacking in some power and all of that. I think he might have found his sweet spot at 147. I'll say that. I think the other dudes could float in between weights and be as successful without hampering themselves. But I think 147 he looked real sharp. So I'm gonna give him 2B. I don't want to say 3. For me, T.O., I've always had a disdain for him. He looked good in versus Loma and Josh and who's the other guy he beat? Uh
Who? Tio?
T.O. Josh Taylor.
Loma
Josh
and
Taylor.
Josh. That was the two big ones. Yeah, Loma and Josh Taylor.
He looked good in those two, right? But if y'all go back to the Richard Comey fight, right? Both of them jokers closed their eyes and swung at the same time. Both of their heads down, eyes closed shut. He just caught him. He just caught him first. They threw the same punch. I've never been super impressed by T.O. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's doubted himself. He's been outboxed. I think he lost to Jermaine Ortiz myself. People say, he might have let off on the gas, but the dude's getting outboxed. He couldn't cut off the ring. His skill set is kind of weird. He looked fleet of foot against Josh Taylor because Josh Taylor is a white man with two left feet. So it's a little different. But I just think I have a lot of question marks if you're going to put him up against the other three on the list as well. So I'm going to have to go with number 4. I mean, number 3 with him. Number
Okay.
4, sorry.
Yeah, he's number 4, and then and Haney's 2B. Okay, I got you. Or 2A. Let me do this real quick. You wanted to jump in free on this?
Yeah. I was gonna do similar to what Remo did, but I got it this way. Um, Based off of what I've seen right now, I would say Devin 1A, 1B core, 1C, TO 4. I think I gotta put all of those guys at number one. I gotta put all those guys at number one because they all have attribute where those fights between each one of those guys are 50-50. And those guys have never lost. Yes, we got a draw and we got a no contest on 2 of the guys' record, but they still haven't lost. So I gotta have each one of those guys as one. Now you can maneuver it around who's A, B, or C, but I got all of those guys as one because it's a 50-50 fight between all of those. The only one that's not a 50-50 fight, to be honest with you, is Tio. Even with the Shakur fight, that's not a 50-50 fight. It's a good fight, but it's not a 50-50 fight. I got Shakur 60-40 over Tio, but it's a good fight. It's still a good fight for any one of these combinations to meet up is a good fight. But T.O. is the only one that's not a 50-50 fight.
I would agree. Hands down. I think that's sound logic. That's why I had TO at 4. I think Remo had TO at 4 too.
Yeah.
I think TO is a consensus number 4.
Yeah, I got my audio going in and out. If y'all can hear me, bring it. Come on, come in, Dondra. What's your take? What's your four, man? Put your list out there.
Shoot, I got Tank number one. I think he's the more. I think he out of the four, he's the best offensive fighter, and I think he has the capabilities to have a little bit more creativity than the other guys offensively. I think Devin and Shakur are defensive geniuses, so it's hard. I got Tank one. Probably, I think I got Shakur two. Cause I think if Shakur can show that he has a little bit more combinations and a kind of switch up on his offense, there's nobody that can really beat him outside of maybe somebody knocking him out. Devin's three. I think he's kind of limited offensively too, but I think he sticks to the game plan so well that it doesn't matter. He's gonna 1-2 your ass to death, and if you can't do nothing about it, you can't do nothing about it. And last is T.O. because it's T.O. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. T.O.'s just a fight. I haven't seen him fight no black fighter, so yeah.
How you see that? How T.O. Shakur gonna play out?
I think Shakur gonna box his goddamn head off. I think Shakur, if T.O. acts stupid, he gonna get clipped. I ain't gonna say he gonna get knocked out, but I think Shakur can put him down. I think 140 is Shakur's real weight class. Like if you look at his body, I think he's 140 pounder, and I think he can make it easy. So that's my little list.
I would agree with that. I think Shakur's a 140-pound fighter as well. I would agree with that. I think 147 might be a little bit too big for Shakur, but he can compete there. But I see 147 being Shakur's limit. I think that's his limit. But 140 is his comfortable weight class.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be very comfortable at 140.
Yeah,
You got. Go ahead,
seven.
coach. Get in, coach. Oh, that wasn't coach. That was Dondra.
Nah,
Yeah,
I'm
that was
just
me.
saying I want to kick T.O. off the list, man. I want to replace him with Abdullah Mason, man. Kick him off, man.
He's 6 years young, coach. He still gotta do a lot
I
in
know
school.
it, man, but the young kid's ready, man. I'm telling you, man. This kid is the truth, brother. I like this kid,
They
man.
believe. Hey, listen. If they
Hey,
believe you,
hey, hey,
I want them to stay at that level, coach. That's all I'm
Yeah,
hey,
saying.
coach. Hey,
yeah.
coach. I'm gonna tell you. Last year, I had Abdullah Mason on my top 10 pound for pound, and niggas was tearing my head off. They was like, "What? He ain't doing that." I said, "Dog, I don't base my pound for pound like y'all do. I go off of the skill set, not the accolade." They're like, "Man, he ain't doing it." I said, "Based off of what I see, that man is a pound for pound fighter."
And anywhere in there, he fought a grown man. Sam Noakes is a grown man. Now, I ain't say like 21, yeah, you a man, but when you 28, you a grown man. And he went in and fought this grown man. And the kid showed something that you don't see in a lot of 21-year-olds unless they're special. Typically, a lot of fighters would not have, they would have succumbed to that type of fight right there. This kid did, man.
Yeah,
Now, yeah, he don't.
he showed nuts at Coach Eddie. I agree. Dylan
Yeah,
Mason showed he got the nuts to be a champion.
Yeah,
yeah,
he showed me a lot. He showed me some people don't understand. Like they say, oh, he gonna keep getting hit. He's 21. He gonna have to learn. But he's 21, and he showed you if I got to stand in the pocket and fight with you, I'm going to fight with you. And that's saying a lot. And he's a champion at 21. That's saying a lot. I think
and,
he's.
and, and
I think 35 is really gonna be his worst because I think he's gonna be better at 40.
yeah, the kid's a southpaw. The kid got speed, got power. But I know, like I said, Melissa, you know, as much as I hate it, I'm more of an offensive style fighter, and I prefer offensive fighter. That's why I like Abdullah Mason. Not saying that I don't appreciate the guy that have the defense, you know, like the Shakurs, you know what I'm saying, like the Devin Haney's, you know, who wins, you know, off the defensive prowess and off the ring IQ. I like that. But preference, you know, just what I prefer to watch, I'm tuning in every time I do the Mason fight. I'm tuning in, but I'm saying when and where. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited about that fight. You know, I'm the same way. I like to see Devin fight. So I'm gonna say Devin. I'm gonna say Shakur. Now hold up. Tank. Let me put Tank there. Devin, Tank, Shakur, And I guess we're gonna stick with T.O. because that's the people y'all put on the
Now
list.
what? Now hold on. Let me say what has you put Devin over Tank and Co? I mean Tank and Shakur.
Man, Devin, man, to me, Devin got a style of boxing that's gonna be hard to beat, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like he kind of remind me of a guy who can do whatever it takes. Like he gonna make it. It's like to me, he got more adjustments. You know, more. I seen him fight more different ways. I seen like he got more tools in the toolbox, so to speak, man. It seemed like he's like a guy that reminds me like water. He can be whatever he needs to be in that situation. And not only that, I think he's kind of holding himself back a little bit more because I think there's more there. But I think his temperament won't allow him to fully unleash. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he's following the game plan, like Remo said. Devin is great at following the game plan. So he's disciplined. He has a lot, and that's why I put him over Shakur and Tank. Tank to me is I don't know what's going on with Tank, man. It seems like he's not the same guy anymore, man. It's like that. I don't know if the fire, the hungers went away, or too much money, sleeping on silk sheets, too much internet. I don't know what's up with Tank, man. But to me, he's don't seem like the same guy that I witnessed, 6-7 years ago, man. Still an exciting fighter, a tremendous fighter, but I don't know. It don't seem like he had that same passion like he once did. Shakur, he I don't dislike the guy. He's not my favorite fighter. I don't dislike him though. I mean, he's okay. I don't get excited when he gets ready to fight, to be honest, man. But he's a good fighter. T.O., I can't stand the dude. I hope Shakur go in there and flip him over. And I'm gonna put Abdullah Mason as an honorable mention, even though I would replace T.O. with Abdullah Mason. Because I think right now, if they were to fight next week, I think T.O. would lose to Abdullah Mason. I would pick Abdullah Mason to beat T.O. if they were to fight.
For real, coach. Stop,
Yeah.
coach.
No, I ain't stopping. I'm being free, bro. No, man. Think about it, man, bro. You got to look at him. Look how many times T.O. is consistently inconsistent, bro. That man went life and death with Steve Claggett. He had some questionable wins where we thought maybe the other guy may have got denied. Like T.O., he has problems with certain guys, man. He like with Jermaine Ortiz. I mean, if Jermaine would have stepped on the gas a little bit more, he would have won that fight, man.
Shout out to the good brother Curtis Robinson.
Yeah, I think Abdullah Mason. I think he beats T.O., man.
Cook on that, Dondrick. Dondrick said he has a young fighter list. Talk about it, Dondrick.
Yeah, number one on there, Abdullah. Number two, I like Jaleel Hackett. You know what I'm saying? I think he got robbed that last fight in Puerto Rico. I don't if people watch that fight, I think he got robbed. But he's a fighter who I think he reminds me of like a Bernard Hopkins a little bit. I don't think he has a lot of power, but I like the way he fights because he still will sit in the pocket and fight with you. I like a Scooter Davis, who doesn't get a lot of people. He just got signed with Top Rank, so hopefully we get to see him more. But I love Scooter Davis because he's a body killer. I like Moses Atama, of course. Then I like what's his name? He used to be signed to Devin. He's at I think
you talking about
what's his name? I had just had his name too. He was an Olympian
he
too.
from New York. I know you talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Shamar Canal.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, Shamar Canal. Yeah.
I like Xander. Because we got some young fighters that's coming up. Xander, and I like Elijah. Is it Pacheco?
Elijah Garcia.
No,
Or
Pacheco.
Diego Pacheco.
At
Diego.
68.
Yeah. Diego.
Pacheco.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I like him. Those are the young guys that I like right now that I'm really watching and like I tune into. Like I try to find like younger fighters to get into it because I know my guys are getting older. So I try to find guys that I like and I like their style. You know what I'm saying? And I like Yo-Yo. I like Yo-Yo.
Yeah, Yo Inley.
Have
you seen the kid Darrell Val Saint?
Yeah. He's nice too. I haven't watched a lot of them. I only seen one fight.
And I'm gonna bring up two guys. I didn't hear Camille and I didn't hear Zaquin.
I don't really.
What's your thoughts?
I don't. Camille. I like Camille, but I think he's more flash than substance to me right now because I haven't seen him fight enough, and I blame that on Mayweather. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's him. Zay Quinn is. I don't see Zay Quinn as. I think he's gonna be a good fighter, but I don't think he's gonna be great. You know what I'm saying?
I
Now him and
think
Camille, they on a crash course.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that because it seems like a lot of them quiet guys like Zay Quinn is kind of like and this I guess is what you're supposed to do, but they trying to ride Bud coattail, man. They trying to fight like Bud, man. You gotta be your own guy, man. And that's why I'm saying you shout out to you. You know, it may work for Bud, but it may not work for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's good, to steal the nuggets from the guys, but you still got to mix it up and make the style your own. You know what I mean? Everybody trying to fight a similar fashion. I don't know. Sometimes it just don't work when you try to just copy and paste somebody else's style to your style without making it your own.
I also like the younger Davis brother. I can't. Is it Kelvin or is it Keon?
Keon is the youngest.
Keon. Okay, yeah, I like him. I like his length. I like his size. I like him a lot. He looks like he fights with range.
Whoa.
Huh? Well, come on,
He's
bro.
on a pause. He's in a pause committee. You said you
Oh
like
yeah,
his
my bad.
length and his
Come on, bro. We
size.
talking about boxing,
You
man.
said you
Yeah.
like the man left.
He's what you
Hey,
want,
salute to
bro?
Tay.
It's boxing, bro. That's what you don't say. Oh, I just like his arm reach, bro. Nigga, come on, bro. God dang.
Hey, go ahead, bro.
Marky from the Virgin
Hey,
Islands.
They don't do that at the
you
Virgin
sure on
Islands,
that
man. That's
list?
just his ass.
They skin gays around there, man. You gotta be careful.
Oh yeah.
All right, but nah,
I
I'm
like-
with you on that. Joseph Brown too. I
That
like
was
Ben
crazy,
Johnson,
B3. That
Jordan
was crazy.
Roach. I got like Ben Johnson, Jordan Roach. I believe both of them are actually fighting on this card on December 6th. So that's gonna be fire. Salute to Tay pulling up. What's good, Tay? Yeah, Zay Quinn is decent. Too
he's
over
decent.
decent.
He's decent. I just for what I seen in that last fight, I worry about him a little bit because he seems like he's an overthinker in the ring right now. Maybe that's just because he's young, but I didn't see that with some of the other younger guys when they came in. They don't overthink; they just go in. I'm gonna tell you who I don't like. The dude that keep fighting on turkey cards. I think he overrated, and Turkey just trying to get him some publicity.
Oh,
The one at
Now this is
35.
what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to underthink and end up like Trayvon Marshall when they put him in there with Gabriel Maestre and Trayvon got stopped. I don't know what that was about, but
I thought he was about to say something else, but
yeah, that was
Oh,
crazy because a young guy like Zay Quinn, I'd rather him, fight how he fighting versus, you know, getting caught up. Because I mean, these young guys, like you're saying, they still got to develop, man.
now he was getting caught that last fight, like with stuff that he should have seen. Like I think like obvious stuff. Cause
I
I went
like
back and
Terry
watched.
Washington.
I,
I seen Terry Washington fight. I like Terry Washington.
I
He
watched
fighting
it.
in the smaller weight class.
I watched him twice, so it's like I watched the fight twice, and I'm like, yo, he shouldn't have got hit with that. But I think he was. I don't know if they were working on something, and he was trying to implement that, and that might have been a problem. Well, he was getting caught a little bit too much for me. But I think he's gonna be a decent fighter. I don't know if it just I don't know. He's at 30, right? If I'm correct, he's at 130. So I think he could do a lot of that weight class because 130 has nobody that I think is above the approach up there. So I think they can make him and Camille. I don't know what weight class is Camille fighting at.
Yeah,
I don't
he
know.
missed
He's
weight.
supposed
He
to be at
missed weight.
126. Then I see him at 135. I don't know.
That dude, yeah, he trying to do a little weight bullying thing. He probably had to go up to 140, man. That kid's kind of
I mean,
solid, man.
I think they're just trying to get him bodies. You know what I'm saying, Coach Eddie? I mean, the kid is what, 19 years old now?
20 there.
Yeah.
Ain't
What's
no
that?
way he 20. What? Wasn't he just 18
No,
last year?
no, he's 19. He is 19. Yeah, he's 19.
Yeah. I was about to
Yeah.
say what?
The
Don't tell
unfortunate
me they
thing
got that
about him,
Cuban. They got that Cuban birth certificate with this kid.
he's always gonna draw
Nah,
comparisons
he's
to
a young kid.
the Tank Davis. You know, they're gonna say, "Oh, you trying to be like Tank? Oh, you're a carbon copy of Tank. Oh, you got your ears pierced cause Tank got his ears pierced. You got tattoos cause Tank got tattoos. You got braids cause Tank got braids.
As long as he
You know,
don't beat up no women, because Tank allegedly beat up some women.
Yo,
yeah,
chill out,
As long as
chill
he
out,
don't do
chill
that, he
out,
cool.
yeah, man.
chill out.
You know,
The
Mark, you
man
always
is
gonna
the
take
man
it there.
fights nothing like Tank. He fights nothing like Tank. He's a volume puncher.
Yeah, I feel you, but you know how they are, man. They gonna try to
I
link it
mean,
somehow.
Coach
I
Eddie,
hate
they
that though.
both
Like
short. They both short. They both light skinned. They both came up under
Mayweather.
Mayweather. I mean, the
That's it.
similarities are
That's the
there.
only thing
But
they got in common. They fight. They don't fight nothing alike.
Nah, yeah, I
I,
Mayweather
said the
I
missing
boy
know.
he
practice.
fight, he remind me more like a Aaron Pryor,
Yeah.
but maybe a little bit more accurate, just in terms of how he swarms on niggas and pressures them. But Tank is more like he a setup type of fighter. He
He
won't
fights
walk you into some
They
shit.
mishand,
more like
Isn't
Zab.
they
You
it,
know what I'm
Primo?
saying?
mishandling
Remo, what
that
you about to
kid
say?
right now, man. No, I'm saying they mishandling that kid right now. He be
Mm.
fighting after the card is done when the arena's empty and the lights is off. I don't know what the hell they be having that kid
Damn.
doing, man.
Bro,
Man,
I
that's
will
Mayweather.
never
You got to get
forget
away from
that
that dude,
shit.
man. You
The
got to get away from
funniest
Mayweather
shit
Yeah, a
promotion,
couple of the
man.
fights I had
Coach
went to,
Eddie, the
he was supposed to be
funniest shit
he,
go ahead, bro.
he was supposed to be no, he was supposed to be fighting, and they said his fight was coming on after the broadcast was finished. That didn't make any sense. So he wasn't in the prelims. He was after the main fight.
I ain't never
It didn't
heard
make
no shit
sense.
like that.
Yeah, you gotta watch it on
It's dumb shit.
YouTube. You gotta watch it on YouTube after. You gotta wait like 30 minutes to get it to come on.
Don't make
Nah.
no
And it be
sense.
on somebody's phone.
Bruh, I never forget that. I think it was his debut or his second fight on a Canelo card. I think that might have been the Caleb Plant Canelo. I ain't sure. I just remember it was a Canelo card. This nigga Floyd stood up there for almost 20 minutes in the post fight press conference. Didn't let this kid talk once, and then they all left. He didn't let the little nigga talk once. I never forgot that. I will never forget that as long as I live. That boy Floyd just went on talking about Canelo for almost 20 minutes.
Yeah, he got to get off of none of that. He got to get off of none of that comedy, man, because everybody that Floyd got, they all try to get off of nothing because Floyd ain't no promoter, man. I think that's just a tax shelter for him or something. He ain't really about, trying to promote no fighters, man. He ain't doing what Oscar De La Hoya doing. I mean, Oscar De La Hoya, he's not the best promoter in the world, but he's at least trying to run a company, man. He's at least putting on shows. You know what I'm saying? You look on, he'll have a Golden Boy card. It'll be on YouTube or something, but he's doing something. Floyd ain't doing nothing, man. But running around talking about himself. You know what I
Yeah, he's
mean?
a horrible promoter,
Yeah.
bro. Like
But you
he
gotta
is
spend money,
He's
B.
the
trash.
As
worst,
a
bro.
promoter, you gotta spend money. He not trying to do what Eddie Hearn did with Devin Haney.
But that's why he messed up Richardson Hitson, Jaleel Hackett. He had a camp where if he would have promoted those boys, he would have been making money off of them. He just wants to
Cheap
be
shape,
everything got to be
man.
about him. Like, get the hell out the way.
Yeah. I think with him and Al Heyman, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if they fell out or they had some business dealings. Maybe the money wasn't adding up and things didn't calculate right. So at the PBC goal, so does Mayweather promotion goal. You know what I'm saying? He ain't been able to get none of his fighters on Prime. You know what I mean? None of his fighters been over there on Turkey Ellis Sheet card, not to my knowledge. So it's like, what are you doing, Floyd? You just saying it's a tax shelter or something? It's like I don't
Hi-
understand it, man.
His best bet was to try to one of the young talented kids he had was to like be like the promotional guy for like a pro box. You bringing bigger names to free fights and giving them a chance to be seen more often. The shit is free. I got the name and the fighters. You got good matchmakers. That's the type of partnership that Mayweather needs. Cause he don't got
Yep.
the names that make sense to go on a prime or a turkey yet. Kids ain't did nothing yet. They need exposure and they need some chances to be in the ring. Get some rounds in.
Without a TV deal, you gotta spend your own money. and that ain't
No,
happening. That's
but
why they
pro
ain't.
box,
And
but
that's
pro
why it
box,
hasn't happened.
Oh,
but pro box. I think
he
he
could
could.
buy a
Gary
slot
Jonas
though.
had to put up his own money,
He can buy a slot on
and
Pro
that's what I'm
Box card
saying.
though.
He's spending
Yeah,
money
you
to
can do
pay an
that.
There you
opponent.
go.
He's spending money for a slot. He rather wait until the dust settle. Cause Carmel is young. All of his guys is Brown. Joseph Brown, his guys is young. So I think he's trying to play somewhat of a long game with him. And just being associated with Floyd, we still know these guys' names. I just feel like he not gonna spend. He doesn't want to spend money. That's what it seemed like to me right now for whatever reason.
What's the other kid from North Carolina that left him? Man, his name.
Jahan Ingram.
Jahan, yeah, I was talking to him the other day, man, because he from right around the
Yeah,
corner from me.
yeah, he left him. He ain't talked too highly of him on his exit neither. He had a lot of young people around there.
Well,
Even
because
even
Floyd is
on the list.
insulated from it. Because he
Whatever
got
happened to
Mayweather. Because he got
Truck?
Leonard Ellaby.
What happened to Truck Simpson? He was so decorated coming out, and
Man,
started
that
going
dude
left.
He
right
just
there,
couldn't win
bro.
fights. He got all the opportunities in the world. He couldn't get
He
over the
too
hump.
big. He looked like a tight end. He too brolic. He too big as shit. Pause.
Facts. Yeah, maybe his style didn't, transfer over to the pro style. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he had maybe more of an amateur style where he can go in and overpower them guys and beat them up off reputation. You know what I'm saying? But now he got to the pros and seen it's a different game. Dude's not scared. Some of them dudes ain't scared of you. I remember he's fighting on the OTX, man, when he took his first loss. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
man.
been
Vladimir
coming up
Vladimir
short, man.
Hernandez. And then he
He's just
lost a close one to Rocco Santana.
he's a big ass kid though. Like I'm looking at him, I'm like, yo, he look like a football player. He don't look like a boxer. He just
He
like
won't
his
let his hands
calves is
go.
big. That too. But I don't know if how much sacrifice he doing in the gym. What he really weighs. He got to be like 200 pounds at
Yo,
every
let,
beginning
let
of
me
every camp.
let me tell you something about boxing, man. It's only a few fighters who can win without letting their hands go, man. And you have to set a precedent, and they have to know that you're that type of fighter in order for you to get credit. And he tried to be one of the fighters that didn't let his hands go, and they didn't give it to him. Like Shakur, he can be very economical. He can win. Devin Haney could be very economical. He can win. Floyd Mayweather, he can be very economical and win. It's only a few guys that can be economical and win. Otherwise, you ain't gonna get the victory, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to let your hands go. And Truck would never let his hands go. He's sitting there trying to sit back in that shoulder roll. He getting punched on, man.
Yeah,
Sad case, man.
I'm with you on that, coach.
Yo, and I'm sitting here looking at now. Shakur's moving up to 140. Now, if he gets this strap off of T.O., is he gonna stay there, or is he gonna drop back down to 35? Is this one off, or you gonna give Gary Antron Russell an opportunity? You know that's what I want to see because
It don't
T.O.
make
been
sense to
done.
go to 135 because the only big fight is Tank. So
The
it would
only
be
person
his best bet would be to go to 147 and fight Devin. I think Devin is different stylistically than Gary Antoine. Plus, that'd be a
the
fifth
only
division for him.
the only person I heard call out Gary Antoine openly and publicly, no problems, was Roach. He all over the place like bird shit, but he don't care. He said, "Man, I want him." I really hear people call that kid out.
Yeah, I really want to see what Key. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really want to see what Keyshawn got going on next, man. I think that's the intriguing play. Is he gonna fight Nahir Albright? I don't know. That don't sound like I like Nahir Albright. I like that fight, but that ain't big for the. That ain't a big exposure fight.
I ain't trying to see that fight. Didn't they already fight once?
Yeah.
I ain't trying to see that again. He didn't fight somebody else, and I want Shakur to go to 140, but if Keyshawn gonna be there and they gonna be like the tag team champions like they was at 35, I ain't trying to see that, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Yo, he gonna be fighting
That's
Tubi too.
funny.
He gonna be fighting on Tubi also because that's what Top Rank is at. They're on Tubi.
That's where they at?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
on.
Top
You know,
Rank.
they
They
got top.
fight on Tubi.
Yeah, well, they on everywhere. They on Roku. They all over because they got top ranked classics.
Yeah, I don't mind it on Tubi though because Tubi, hey, at least you can watch the motherfucker fight. You know what I'm saying? I wish
Tubi's free,
PBC
right?
would have another platform they
Yeah,
could
it's free.
put some fights on. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mind it.
Yeah, but see, Keyshawn, he messed his own bread up, man, because Tubi don't have that same bread that ESPN had. You know what I mean? So them dudes gonna be taking a pay cut, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like get down or lay down. You know what I mean? So you still with Bob. If you ain't fighting on no turkey on the sheet card, you ain't making no real bread, dog.
That's
You
why I
ain't
think he
making
gonna do it.
I think they making the money they supposed to be making right now. He messed it up. That's his fault. So whatever they making
Yeah,
right now, that's on them. Cause
they put him in position for sure. He was ready. They put the house on him. He
and he let
dropped
the
the
house
ball.
burn down. Now Abdullah finna take that spot.
Yo,
Yep.
facts. Facts. That's exactly
And
what they
Abdullah
did.
Mason, everybody, that kid
He
right
can
there,
keep
I'm telling
winning.
you, bro, that kid announced to the world that, hey, I'm here on a big stage, man, and did his thing, brother. And like I said,
Man,
that could have been Keyshawn. You know what I mean? But Keyshawn acting ignorant up there in Norfolk, Virginia, acting a fool. Let them people put a battery in his back, and now he back on the Chitlin circuit. You know what I'm saying, man? Looking crazy, brother.
140 could be a competitive division though, because it's a lot of fighters. 140 is like it's like 54 somewhat because there's a lot of fighters there that can challenge for some belts. So I think it could be a good division because I want 35 to be for the younger kids, and them other boys move up to 40. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. I want Tank to move to 40. I want Shakur to be at 40. I want Keyshawn to be at 40. I want all of them to be at 40. And they can just get it in up there.
But see, it's a lot of
yeah,
smoke
that'd be
at
fine.
40. You got a lot
That's
of
why I
no
want them
you
there.
got a lot of
I
no
want them
name
to fight.
smoke. You got
I want them
you
to
got a
fight.
lot of no name smoke. A lot of fighters that aren't well known, but they're good fighters. See, these
Yeah,
guys
like
are just looking for names right now. They don't really want no smoke. They just looking for names.
Jermaine Ortiz is up there, and people. I think he done been cheated 2 times. I think he beat To, and I think he beat Loma. So it's like he can give any of them boys a run for their money.
Yeah,
There's a lot of good fighters up there.
you put Shakur in with somebody like Puelo. That's gonna be a problem for Shakur. That's not an easy fight. This dude is tall, he's rangy, he moves around, he knows how to box. He don't have a big name, but he's a hard day at work, man. He ain't gonna let you sit back there and pot shot him and sit back on that back foot. That style ain't gonna work against Puelo. You're gonna have to get your hands moving to beat that guy.
Then you got that Tito Mercado who's up there. He's a power puncher, and that power is real. And he's putting boys down, and he been calling people out. So it's like it's some boys who ain't got no names up there, but if you put them in the ring with somebody, they might make a
Yeah,
name off on them boys.
they definitely gonna make. With Puelo, I think he got robbed in his last fight. I thought he beat Gutierrez, man. I thought he
I
did
did too.
enough,
I thought
but
it was a 7-5 either way. I wasn't mad.
hey,
I thought it should have been a draw.
yeah,
I thought
they
it was a
took it
draw.
from him, and then look what happened. This fool wound up popping dirty, but they still letting the fight go on. On the eye screen and all
That
this stuff.
percentage they had in his body, yeah. Because I know a lot of bit about supplements because my dad's a bodybuilder, so I asked him about Ostarine and stuff, and he's like, "Yeah, that's a loud pack. So if it's in your system, you gonna see it. They gonna see it instantly because the shelf life is so fast. It's like it could be in your system and be gone in like 2 hours. It's
So
like if you take,
was he cycling off or something then?
I mean, how these? All right, how I'm explaining to you. These supplement companies are always cross contaminating stuff, and you'll never know because by the time they catch on, they done made a couple million off of it, but it's already contaminated. But they've made their money off it, so now the only thing they do is restart the whole production and send it back, and then they're gonna do that again. They're gonna mess it up and put something else in it that they didn't tell them. The FDA don't be checking nothing. It's the U.S.
Allegedly.
I ain't no allegedly. I'm telling the truth. These supplement companies are horrible. So, but he could have been cycling on. But Ostarine is. I got one thing about Ostarine. It's one of the worst ones to do because it's a SARMs. SARMs are not good. It's not a. It's not like a anabolic steroid or something like that, or melodonium that Janibek just pop for. Now that shit is strong. That shit works. But Ostarine is
What I
one of
like
the
about the
worst.
Ryan fight is that he came out, Ryan. Even if it was a little bit, he still came out. Why do you have any of that in your body? You know what I mean? I don't know if there was messed up with the supplements, but I felt like that was a big advantage for him. It was a really big advantage. No matter what anybody says, you shouldn't have any of that stuff in your body. So, in my opinion, that helped him a lot, and it messed up Haney a little bit because it wasn't 50-50.
Yeah, these boys better just go get creatine and stop doing anything else.
Yeah, man. Coach Eddie said everybody just need to get down with snack, man. Get on that snack pack. Get on that snack
Facts.
program.
Get on that sniggity snack, brother. That's a super pack. That way it'll be an even playing field. Everybody get on sniggity snack, and that way can't nobody complain about nothing. And
Hey,
now
but let me
also
say
what
this,
that'll do.
Coach.
Oh yeah.
With that being said, I mean, I'm excited for this weekend. I know we had a couple of subtopics this week, man. Unfortunate news with Janibek Law falling out and then Bud getting stripped at 168. But I mean, at least the weekend is bright. Um, before we end out, man, before we close out for the day, let me ask y'all this, right? Let me run this video, and I wanna ask you y'all pre-fight picks if y'all got them, man, for the just for the main event, Lamont versus Pitbull.
Go ahead, turn to the back, please. No, thank you.
Cruz said he didn't come here to dance. He came to swim. He came and swung for the. He was swinging for the fences and he got the stoppage. That was a good.
Nice counter right hook by Cruz midway through the second. Oh, Bolo punch by.
Midway point of the penultimate round.
That was a great left hook by Roach. And it demonstrates,
The knees of Garcia with the right. Roach going in.
My career is never going to be based on one fighter. Never.
Right.
I got bigger and better things to do.
Yeah, most definitely.
Hey, Remo, you still in here with us? All right, Remo moving around. Coach Eddie,
Yeah, man.
you still riding with Lamont?
You better believe it, bro. All day, man. I'm with the Roach, man. Yeah, I think Roach gonna get the job done, man. And I'm interested to see how he looks at 140 because he when I've been looking at him, on the build up to the fight, he's looking like he's pretty big, man. Looking strong, solid, man. And one thing I like to know about Roach is that he will let his hands go, depending on who the opponent is. You know what I'm saying? So he get in there and get active on Pitbull Cruz, man. Hey, he might wind up knocking the dude down to be the first guy to stop him, man. I mean, I know that's a tall task because Pitbull Cruz is shown to have a sturdy chin, and I never seen anybody really hurt the guy or even knock him down. But I got Roach, man, getting the job done all day.
All right, that's a lot. Salute to the family Blaze pulling up. Dondrick, bro, you let me ask you, who you got in the main event on Saturday?
I got Lamont. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Pitbull, he still has unrelentless pressure is a problem for anybody, but I think he can. I think the game plan's out there on him that you can box him. You know what I'm saying? And Lamont is. I think he has everything in his tool set to. He could stop him, but it's gonna be hard to stop because that's a lot of punches. Because Fierro did clip him, but Fierro was a pressure fighter too. So, but I got Lamont outboxing him. Probably like 9-3.
My bad, I'm still in the building. I dropped my phone. Shout out to the family Blaze pulling up. Uh, Blaze, man, let me ask you this, man.
Peace.
It's been a lot going on. I got to get your full cook now. You done pulled up. I got to get your thoughts on the Crawford being stripped of the WBC at 168, and then just kind of the Janibek Crawford fight falling out. What's your thoughts on everything?
My thing with that is, listen, you see that little 0.6% is a lot when you talking money. And
Yeah,
it's interesting too, I don't really do the pocket watching. I ain't never seen no official reports. There's always been disputes on how much Bud actually made. He said on that interview with the two MMA guys that he made 10, which I
yeah,
thought they looked like they gave him 10 up front, but all the reports were saying that he made 50 million, and they were saying that he chose not to want to pay the 300,000 to the WBC and got stripped. It is what it is. I mean, because
salute to my brother Dondrick, man.
it was something well within his control if he wanted to, particularly keep that belt. And we all know, the history, and we know when you got those belts, there's those sanctioning fees. So I'm interested to see what his official response was going to be, because Suleiman, and I met Suleiman too. I met Suleiman in Vegas during the Canelo Crawford fight because he provided a WBC belt to the content creators who participated in that undisputed tournament. So the person who won got an actual WBC belt, and it was signed by Holyfield. But I'm interested to see what his official response is, as far as why he didn't pay the sanctioning fees, and how he feels and cares about the belts. But what it does do is it sparks debates amongst people that are for Bud and against Bud, and whether baits matter, whether belts matter. We'll go on to Floyd talking about how much rather, like, he would, where he understood later in his career letting belts go and not paying no sanction fees, and just trying to figure out, because what it does for me, it makes me wonder what Bud has going for him in the future, because you got to think, if Canelo wasn't saying that he was wanted the rematch, right? Then the speculation was already that Bud was going down to 160. So if Canelo didn't say that, and then Bud was stripped, then people, and he was having his target for 160, which I'll go into, which me segues into Janibek, then nobody would really care. This will be a non-story, because we would be saying Bud wasn't planning on campaigning at 168 anyways. But the question is if Canelo activates the rematch clause and they actually fight, then they're fighting for a non-undisputed that they could very well should have been fighting for undisputed. And technically, from a business aspect, you would want that rematch to be undisputed, because it's already a harder sell because it wasn't that competitive. For going into the 160 with Janibek, it's like, yeah, man, it's unfortunate, man. I thought Janibek was the best at 160. Unfortunately, he's a cheater. You know, he got caught. You feel me? We're about to see the consequences and repercussions with the two titles that he had, and then we're about to see what the mix is looking like at 160. Because I mean, if you look at the champions, the other champions, Laura Adames, Adames, I don't, it's the 160s wide open, as far as if they have somebody compete for them titles, if they strip Janibek. So I'm interested to see like what 160 would look like, who's gonna shake out at 160. So that's just my thoughts, for the top of the news of the day.
I think if you boost, you throw your hat in the campaign, go up there and get one of them belts, and wait for Crawford to show up.
But you think he goes right now, because he just asked for a tune-up for 154, so then he'll be asking for a tune-up for 160,
Nah,
or
you go
or
in,
just go
and
straight
try to
into a
get
title fight.
try to go straight to the title fight because like they're going to strip my main man Janibek, so they're probably gonna have to fight for them vacant belts. But I think
Yeah.
that's all about positioning, and of course they're gonna be like, well, yeah, you ducking smoke at 154, that's why you're going to 160 is a weak division, but you're also positioning yourself also
Not if he
for a
name it,
potential
OG.
fight.
Not if he name it. Not if he's saying, "Look, I'm coming up here and I want Bud," and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Because I mean, one thing about me is I don't got no knock against Boots. Boots is just career ultimately puts him in a situation where he's never fought a big name. He was campaigning at 147. He was dominating at 147. I believe him, with his frame and his size that the doctors probably said, yeah, it's more healthy for you to make 150.
Yeah, we see what happened to Chris Eubank. I think he laid up in the hospital right now, or he was because cutting all that weight.
Yeah, man. Prayers out for Chris, man.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah,
But
that was
I know you,
horrible.
I know you moving around, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, man.
Hey, well, Blaze fell off. He'll probably try to pull it back up. Appreciate you, Coach. I'm gonna shut it down.
Okay,
Listen,
my
we're gonna be
brother.
back
Me too.
tomorrow.
Yes,
Appreciate you,
sir.
Coach. Listen, we work with another great show. Uh, Another great day to give thanks, man. Salute to everybody that pulled up to show love. I appreciate y'all. You already know on the road show we working. Audio may go in and out, but um, just in case Blaze fell off, let me stay here for a quick second. I don't know if that seemed like it was accidental. Let me stay on just to see if Blaze pull back up. Um, hey man, we working. You already know, man. This gonna be a big fight weekend. Listen, we got Shocky Foster versus Cool Boy Steph. Y'all had to come with y'all predictions, man. Y'all got to come with y'all. We're gonna do a prediction show. Post fight excuses. Y'all know how we do. And I'm feeling like we should probably do that on Friday. I kind of want to wait till the weigh-in to do final picks, but this should be the start of it, man. It's supposed to be a big fight week, a pay-per-view. We supposed to have Tuesday grand arrivals, and then we also supposed to have press conference. Should be on Thursday, weigh-in Friday, so we should have a press conference tomorrow. But we're supposed to have media workout or something. Yeah,
Nobody
I
else
had
dropped off. Did everybody drop off?
pretty much. I was about to shut the show down before you got on, but I wanted to stay on
Oh yeah.
so you can cook real quick. But nah, you was not finish up, Blaze. What you was saying?
Was I at where I was talking about Boots as far as campaigning?
Yeah.
Yeah, just real quick, when I was campaigning, it was like, Boots was naming it and going to 160 and chasing Bud. That'd be one thing, but it's like he's stuck in a place to where there ain't really like no big names at 154. Like I would really want Boots to just go for get a title shot next as soon as possible at 154. I don't think he should wait. Call out Bakram, really, because that's arguably who they say is the best at 154. And I would just get a title, you feel me, fast. So that way, any type of criticism that they can say about Boots is like, nah, he ain't found a name yet, but he's got a title, you feel me? Campaigning at 154 and then figure it out from there.
Now I'm with you 1,000%. And what you think about the WBC positioning Hamza Shiraz? Do you feel like he can win that in Billy fight, or you think Billy gonna get him?
Yeah, I think Sheree, I think he can. I think he can with his length. I think he can, but and Billy then showed that he's gonna be relentless. He's gonna put his head down and stalk him the entire fight, right? But I think he got more power than Lester Martinez, and Billy took a lot of punches. You feel me? So I think that Sharice does have action, but I ain't just counting in Billy straight out because then Billy, is relentless as far as the pressure that he puts on fighters that gets in there with him. But Sharice got that length and Sharice let his hands go. So, what we seen against Berlanga and he got him out of there early. So I think it's a good fight. I think, he's positioned and he's in good graces with Turkey. So, they'll put him in position to be the guy. So that's the biggest thing I seen when they stripped him. It was like they giving Sharice an opportunity. And I was like, yeah, it looks like they're gonna, optimize his opportunity to build somebody that's new at 168, another name.
No, 1,000%. And listen, now it's gonna be. I'm looking forward to the weekend though, Blaze. I think it's going. I think the card is still gonna be fire, even without Janibek. Um, it kind of sucks that that fight fell out. That was really one of the more anticipated fights on the card.
Yeah,
So
yes, it was. Yes, it was.
we kind of got to deal with you know feeling like we're gonna still support the pay-per-view, but one of the main fights fell off.
Yeah, but the main thing is the main thing, man. It's Lamont's time, man. This is moment of truth. One thing with me is
Yeah.
Lamont Rose Jr. showed me, man, showed me that he's supposed to be in the conversation. With the performance that he had with Tank. And just imagine him going to 140, him fighting Pitbull with the confidence that he has going into that Tank fight, legitimately believing that he won. So he believed that how he approaches his craft works. You feel me? So when he shows up for Pitbull, man, he's gonna show up confident, and he's gonna show up as he's a dog too. Like that's one thing about him is he's a when you look at his tape again and you look at it, he's a dog, but he's smart. You feel me? He uses that aggression to stay in position. He don't necessarily use that aggression to necessarily not be defensively sound. He's aggressive, but he's actually smart. And people claim that he don't box, and I don't know what people were seeing. I think he's a pretty good boxer, in my opinion. And they're not just simply a puncher.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that completely, bro. But now I appreciate you, Blaze, pulling up, closing out the show with me. We're gonna be
Yeah,
back
most love.
tomorrow for sure. I'm not sure what the show gonna be tomorrow. I'm still thinking on it, but we know we gotta do previews. We're gonna have a preview and predictions. We got a big fight with Oshaki Foster and Cool Boy Steph.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's gonna be lit, man. This is still gonna be a great card, man. So I'm looking forward to it. And listen, appreciate everybody that pulled up to smash the like today, that hit the link, that supported the channel. B3 Picks TV, man, we working. And shout out to the Sports Talk Network, man, the People's Network. Let's
It's all right.
go
Peace, brother.
green.
Alright, is you motherfuckers finished? Y'all finished? You silly motherfuckers? You got to be soldiers, alright? Soldiers. Not clowns, goddammit. Drive, and you shut the fuck up.